And we say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live on the road at Food City on a Food City Friday. Thanks for being with us. Overcast, got some storms in the forecast, so we'll see if they come to fruition. Hope not, because we got graduation tonight. We're going to stream it for you beginning at 7:25, the Elizabethton High School graduation for the class of 2025. So good morning to you. We are doing a Celebrate the Savings Sale, 2 days only, here at Food City. We got lots to talk about, so let's run down what some of the specials are. In fact, the strawberries are right there. They got a ton of them, California grown, basket and bushel for $4.99. Awesome. We'll go get some of those in a minute to show you. The Boston Butts are on sale for $1.69 today and tomorrow. Potato salad or coleslaw in the Bakery Deli, $2.99 today and tomorrow. The Pepsi Cubes, 24-pack, 12-ounce cans, limit 2. They're $9.99 at all Food Cities today and tomorrow. And Breyers ice cream on sale for $2.99. A 48-ounce container for $2.99 today and tomorrow. And Little Debbie snack cakes are $1.88 a box, limit 6. That's on the front page of the sale paper. Also, ground chuck got it going on too. Ground chuck for $2.99 today and tomorrow on this 16th day, and then tomorrow, of course, the 17th day of the month. So that's going on too. The $2.99 a pound. So, and you got to purchase at least, what's it say, 1 pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, small print. Let's see what we got here. Let you know that, but that's still a great deal because it's grilling out season. And let's see, that would be at least 1 pound. So there you go. It's a great deal. So there you go. $2.99 going on. That's some of the savings going on at your local Food City here again on this Friday. It's National Anthem time. Get started. We'll take a look at high school sports coming up. Soccer, softball, baseball. We'll check it all out for you. But first, here they are, ready to go, the National Anthem gang. And let's see, we have not played the Kingdom Heirs in a while, so let's play the Kingdom Heirs. And here they are, the National Anthem, the group out of Dollywood on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
1, 2. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
And back with the Tom Douglas Sports Show again. Thanks for being with us again. Show number 2290. How about it? 2290. We're very proud of that. On our way to 2300, which will be, I guess, 2 weeks from today. 10 more shows, five shows a week. So I guess it's 2 weeks from today we'll hit 2300, which is pretty cool. All right, birthdays today. Pierce Brosnan having a birthday, 72. Baseball Hall of Famer Jack Morris having a birthday, 70. Actress Deborah Winger is having a birthday, 70. Janet Jackson's a birthday girl today. She is 59. Who else having birthdays on this 16th day of the month? You would say Football Hall of Famer Thurman Thomas is 59 today. Political commentator Tucker Carlson having a birthday, 56. And Tennis Hall of Famer Gabriela Sabatini having a birthday. She is double nickels. She is 55 today. Those are the birthdays again on this Friday, May the 16th. Coming up, Coach Korn joins us in a few minutes. Mike Korn, the head baseball coach of the Elizabethton Cyclones. Let's take a look, see what happened last night and yesterday. Compliments of the Johnson City Press. See what we got going on here. So we'll run down for you. It was Oak Ridge eliminating Science Hill. In fact, we got those here in the breakout stories. Here we go. So Farragut proves why they're the three-time defending state champs. They're moving on now. They beat Dobbinsville at 7-3. Farragut goes to the state tournament. DB season ends in baseball at 31-10. Great run for Ryan Wagner's guys, but came up short going to the state tournament. It was Science Hill being eliminated by Oak Ridge, a future Tennessee Vol. Mikey Teasley shutout win at Oak Ridge. Second straight trip to the Spring Fling, defeating Science Hill. 2 games, 2 out of 3. They beat them 2-0. Science Hill ending their season at 32-15. 7th straight berth in the sectional round dating back to 2018, but just can't knock the door down this year to go into the state tournament. So Oak Ridge goes on. Knox Farragut goes on. Anderson County down to the final out. Jeremiah Owens kept the Mavericks season going twice. Second time around, Anderson County first tournament state berth since 2008. 17 years have they been. Mavericks followed up their 2-1 win over Unicoi County in Game 2 with a 6-5 walk-off win to clinch it. Unicoi County ending the year 22-16. Colby Jones 6 2/3, striking out 4, walked 3 with 7 hits over 6 2/3. Tanner White struck out 3 over the final 3 frames. He was tagged with a loss. Unicoi County again down there, but just couldn't kick the door down and punch the ticket to get on to the state tournament. In softball, Crockett took him into extra innings at Gibbs. So 11-time state champion Gibbs Lady Eagles found their way to Murfreesboro, their 38th trip to the state tournament. Now you're talking about a dynasty. 38 trips Gibbs has gone. I mean, it's just an expectation. We're going. 38. Maggie Johnson. There she is. 38 straight trips Gibbs is going to the state softball tournament. Wow. 11-time state champion. Gibbs knocking off Crockett 2-1. Crockett finishing the year 25-12-1. Second straight sectional berth, so all of our local teams are out with the exception. I'll State University High still going. Let's see if they are still trucking. Providence Academy still going. Best of 3, they beat North Point 10-0 and 3-0. So Providence is going on to the private school state tournament, which is awesome. Let's see. University High. Well, they play today, so they've not played yet. So they'll play in Johnson City at 5 o'clock and at 7:30, weather permitting. North Green and Coalfield will play each other at Coalfield, weather permitting. So the rain is around us today, but again, the 1As, University High hosting Greenback, and North Green, the Huskies, traveling to Coalfield. So there you go with those. All right. Let's see. Single A tournament championship in softball. North Green defeats Hancock County 7-3. So there you go. That's what's happening in softball and baseball. Soccer, last night, Crockett beat Tennessee High 5-1 in Bristol to move on. Jeff County beat Sevier County 4-3 to move on in soccer, the regional championship. So look at both move on to the sectional. Crockett will be at home and Tennessee High will travel. And so that's what's going on there in Tennessee. So it's interesting. So we've got, let's see what else going on. We've got a lot of baseball to talk about. Here's an interesting story. Rafael Furcal, arrested in Florida, turned himself in, released on bond, charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and throwing a missile into a public or private dwelling. Wow. Wow. So he played with the Braves, Dodgers, Cardinals, finished his season back in his professional baseball career and season in 2014. And so he's arrested for throwing a, what was it again? Throwing a missile into a public or private dwelling. It's kind of squirrely. Rafael Furcal, arrested in South Florida. Turned himself in, as a matter of fact. Tom Taylor Sports here. We'll take a break, talk Major League Baseball. Coming up, Coach Corn will join us coming up here in a few minutes. Head baseball coach of the Elizabethton Cyclones. We're live here again at Food City on a Food City Friday. Show number 2290. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this from our good folks. He'll be here in a little while talking about Brummett Sports. As soon as I find the commercial, we'll play Brummett Sports. It was right here. They float on me from time to time, which I find very interesting. Why they don't stay where they're supposed to stay, because I don't touch them. But they do. They move around, and I guess that's okay. Part of it. So as soon as I see Brummett Sports down through here, in the meantime, we'll go do something else. We'll be right back after this from Cannon Furniture on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
How about new furniture for only $1 a day? At Cannon's, you can get your new furniture for about $1 a day and pay no interest. Over 700 items for only $1 a day. Plus, it's all in stock. No waiting, and you could be enjoying your new furniture tonight. Come to Cannon's today and save.
We're talking to our sponsor again, Daryl Cannon from Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings, proud sponsor of the Cyclones and Tom Taylor Sports Show. So for folks who've never been here, tell us all about Cannon's. What's it all about?
Oh, goodness. Family-owned business. We are always at Cannon's in the house usually. I mean, we're here for our customers. We want to support our community. We love our little town. Elizabethton is such a sweet place to live in. And we got 4 grandkids. They're all involved in sports, softball, baseball, volleyball, soccer. So we enjoy that aspect of our community and enjoy our customer. We love to see people come in and love to talk to them and just have a good time.
42 years. So how do we find you on social media?
We have a Facebook page that is tremendously visited. We have probably around 15,000 followers each month, and that's a good way. CannonsHomestore.com is our website. Full picture catalog of, I think there's 1.2 million things on our website.
Wow.
Now, we don't have all that in the store, but it just shows how much we can get. Have a lot of things of it in the store, but we don't, of course, don't have room for a million products.
Hours are open?
Open 10 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 on Saturday. This coming next Friday would be open until 8 that night. It's the downtown First Friday event. Looking forward to that.
And the phone number?
423-543-6937.
One of our great sponsors again right here at the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. The great folks right here at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings in downtown Elizabethton. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Look who stopped by. We appreciate that. Coming up, Mike Horn joins us, baseball coach for the Elizabethton Cyclones. He'll be in the house here in just a second. Got to do a season wrap-up. Plus, there's a big fundraiser tonight for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and we'll let him tell you all about that. But my man's in the house. Hello, sir. How you doing?
I'm good, Tom. How are you today?
I'm doing good. So everything good in your world, I hope?
Appreciate you coming by.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm here. So I want to make sure I got you. Got to turn up here just a smidge. All right, so before you get started, I want to show you some of these real quick. This is a really cool, if you like bonsai. So, hello, Mrs. Miller. Hello. How are you? Bonsai for $29.99. Look at that. So, I don't know how you grow a bonsai. It's pretty easy to grow, I think. It's pretty simple. So anyway, this comes with the I mean, this is how you get it. So a great tabletop gift or a desk gift. $29.99. Got them in stock. Bonsais. Again, right here at Food City in the Florida department. Also, I'm gonna let you hand me the yellow one next to the Gerber Daisy. There you go. Love this. Save the bees. I love it. These go for $8.99. They are slammed today. They got weddings. They've got funerals. They got graduations. So they said, can you do it on your own this week? We'll be back next week. I said, yep, I can. So this goes for $8.99. Look at that right there. Beautiful. These are Gerber daisies. These are perennials. They'll come back. All right. Show me that other one, Isaiah. Show me the red one. That's bad English. Those are begonias. And those retail for $12.99. Look at that. Well, I'm always afraid of doing that. Knocking water or petals onto the keyboard. So there you go. These are $12.99, which are gorgeous begonias. Hello, Matthew Clemson. How you doing, sir? Let's do one more here. Coming up, Coach Corn joins us off a little bit later on. David Lyons from Brummett Sports. These are calanchas, and these go for $12.99. So also a perennial. Put them out in the ground and come back. Annuals, you throw them away when the frost hits. Perennials, they come back year after year. These will come back year after year. Look at that, gorgeous. $12.99, little pick-me-up. Last but not least, the big boy. This is an interesting looking flower. I'm just going to tell you, it's a lavender. I don't know if what the camera will show. I mean, look. If I get up here close as I can, not getting dirt all over it. Look at that. Is that not crazy? That is awesome. All this, God made in one day, all the different flowers. So this is always the segment I call, if you don't believe there's a God, look at this. This is awesome. These are lavenders, and these are $36.99. These are perennials. This will come back. So this is a lavender. Oh, yeah. They smell lavender. Absolutely. Look at that. Look how big this is. $36.99. Covers me up. Those are available, and she has, what, 3 left?
Yep, 3 left.
Yep, that's all she's got left. So those, when we're here in the Florida department at Elizabeth and Food City, and as we always say, what we're getting ready to talk about here with Isaiah, the assistant store manager, is good at all Food City stores. So I've got to sell paper. You've got to sell paper. Here we go. Where you want to start?
Well, let's start with today and tomorrow only, our 2-day sale.
Okay. What we got?
We've got the Pepsi 24-pack products. Those are $9.99, limit 2. That's about the best buy you can get on those right now anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
We've got potato salad and coleslaw. That's $2.99 per pound in our bakery deli. It's a good price on that. Smithfield bacon in the meat department, $6.99. We have strawberries in our produce department. That's a 2-pound container for $4.99. We've got JFG coffee, $7.99. Breyers ice cream is $2.99. That's a limit 2 on that.
Yeah, there's a good deal on that one.
And we've got 8-pack Powerade bottles. That's $4.99. Limit 3, so you can get 3 8-packs of those. And of course, we got our Little Debbie snack cakes, $1.88. That's a limit 6.
I'm looking for Little Debbie's, and of course the strawberries are right here from California. They're $2.99. I'm looking for here it is, 3 days only. At the top of the page, the 3 days only tonight. This is it's salmon night. Tell me about that from Food City for, what is it, $11.99 is what it says?
$11.99. That's
Wow.
our weekend dinner deal. You get 1 2-pack of salmon fillets. Those are 6 ounces each. You get 1 4-pack of bacon wrapped asparagus, 1 basket and bushel petite potatoes. It's 24 ounce, and you get 1 French baguette from the deli. So that's $11.99. That's enough for a whole dinner.
Yes, absolutely. That's a good deal, folks. $11.99. That's today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Salmon night. They do a different one each week, and so it's salmon this week. You like salmon? You a salmon guy?
Oh yeah.
I am too. I love salmon. It's good for you. Now, before I let him go, we want to talk about the smoker's going to be here next week. We'll talk about juvenile diabetes. We're raising money for juvenile diabetes. So let's start with the smoker. It's here next weekend, right?
Yes, it'll be here Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday.
While supplies last.
Yep, and they usually run out pretty quick. So they come in, they smoke them all night long. For folks don't, they'll say, okay, what's the smoker? What does that mean? Tell them they go around different stores. Tell them what they do.
Yes, so they go around to different stores in the area. They take our good fresh meats from our meat department and smoke them, slow smoked overnight.
Mm-hmm.
You can get brisket, pulled pork, potatoes, beans, macaroni, all the fixings with it.
Mm-hmm.
You
Smoked
get-
bologna.
yeah.
Ooh.
Get ribs, get a half rack of ribs,
Yep.
full rack.
And them great big old potato. What they call them? Potato something. Hog potatoes. I think. I don't have it in front of me here, but they look like footballs, and they cut them down the middle and jack them up with all kinds of barbecue and cream cheese and sour cream, and whew, it's a meal inside of a meal. So all that's coming up. The smoker will be here next weekend, Memorial Day weekend, which is hard to
Memorial Day
believe.
weekend.
Is it just me? Somebody go, it's Christmas, and here's Memorial Day. Is it just me? Or is it going fast?
No, it's going fast.
Man, I'm thinking, what the heck?
It gets faster and faster every day.
I'm guaranteed. I mean, we're talking Memorial Day next weekend, the first big holiday of the season. So it's crazy. Coach Corns here is going to join us coming up here just in a minute or two. So before we get out of here, all those are going on right now. But we have the sale paper goes through Tuesday. We got 12. Is that right? 12 buy one get ones.
Yes, we've
You
got
got it?
some.
Go ahead.
We've
You
got
do
a
it.
good selection of buy one get one free products.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you don't have to buy both. You can get one for half price if you don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
We have our Kern's hamburger and hot dog buns on sale, leading up to Memorial Day weekend.
It's grilling time, folks.
Yep. Our Terry's potato chips, all varieties of those are buy one get one free.
Mm-hmm.
You get Craven graham crackers or Craven vanilla wafers, buy one get one free as well. And a whole slew of crackers here. We've got the Ritz Fresh Stacks, original Ritz crackers and premium saltines. Those are buy one get one.
Mm-hmm.
Kraft cheese, Heinz ketchup, or Ken's salad dressings.
Buy a bottle, get a bottle free. Just put it back in the fridge or put it wherever you can keep ketchup on the shelf till you open it up, and then you got to refrigerate it. But you got that on sale. Go ahead.
We got Food City ice cream, buy one get one free.
Mm-hmm.
Along with the cones and toppings. We have a selection of ice cream toppings, and our Food Club ice cream cones will be buy one get one as well.
It's all that BOGO, buy one, get one free. That's through Tuesday at all Food Cities. Again, we're at 150, Lisa told me 153 stores now, and they're going nuts in Alabama. They just opened up one in Huntsville, Fort Payne, where Alabama's from, the group Alabama. I mean, they're popping them up all over the place. Opened up a new one in Ocoee, Tennessee. So wherever you are watching this show, and anytime you go back and watch the show, if you're inside the Food City shopping area, which would be Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia, Alabama, and of course home office in Virginia. Any place there's a Food City, these sale prices apply because this paper is good for all the chain stores. So there you go, just to give you an idea. Gatorade, buck a bottle, 28-ounce bottle, buck a bottle, 10 for 10. Heat's coming on. In fact, it's muggy out there today. The East Tennessee humidity's kicked in.
Yeah.
So, strawberries again over here, again for $2.99 over there. If you like fruit, sliced seedless watermelon for $1.29. It's all right here at Food City. Hello, Linda Birchfield. Hello, Jimmy Stout down in Georgia. My man is Isaiah Harmon. Out on the porch, we got furniture. You got these. I haven't slowed down long enough to sit in them. They look wooden. I don't know if they're wooden, plastic, or they're actually wooden. Rocking chairs and a kind of a little love seat. It's really cool.
We have those are wooden. I think we have 2 rocking chairs left, and then we have 2 of the benches.
Mm-hmm. Now, Isaiah sold me the rocking chairs last year. Remember that? I got 2 of those. They're made out of plastic, recycled plastics, rocking chairs. Got 2 of them last year from Food City. And then earlier in the month, I bought one of those round tables. They're gone, I think. Bought one of those round tables with the mosaic design on it. Bought that from here at Food City. So they got some really cool things. The egg thing, you're sitting in it? The egg-looking thing out there? See, I would like, I don't know what's going to, I guess it would hold me. Is there a weight? Is there a limit? Because you're a slim dude and I'm not. So you're a young
There is. I cannot remember off
Yeah.
the top of my head what it is.
I'm so tempted to go out and sit down one of those egg things. I think you know what I'm talking about. It's kind of round in design and it hangs and they put a cushion in it. And so you sell all those too. You sell this stuff year round. I mean, as soon as it comes in, it's gone, isn't it?
Yeah, we sell it through spring through fall. We sell our furniture.
It goes quick. Patio umbrellas, got those out there right now. You got the gnomes, roosters. Is that a pink pig up there? A yard, kind of a yard design. Is that a pink pig? You got a bear that says welcome. I saw that when I came in. You've got a moo cow holding a mushroom. Is that right?
We've got something kind of new to us here too. We have some fire pits that aren't assembled yet. You can see them up there and still boxed.
Oh yeah, Cuisinart, fire pits. Well, that's cool. That's something. I'm telling you, this is a one-stop shop, folks. Next thing they'll be doing clothes. I'm telling you, it doesn't. I mean, it's something all the time and adding it, which I think is awesome. I mean, you really can. You know, I came in the other day and bought shoe polish and some Rain-X from a window. I mean, it's like it's a one-stop shop. So it's 250 pounds. Baker says 250. Well, let me just go ahead and tell you, I couldn't get 250. No, it ain't gonna hold me because I go a little bit farther, a little bit heavier than 250. But thank you, Baker, you're a sweetheart. But 250 pounds, I've threatened every lineman on the football team they better not be in it. Well, you're right. I won't be in it either because if 250 pounds the limit, nope, ain't happening. So, but they look good from a distance. So you could get in it because you're a slender.
Not quite there.
Yeah, you're all right. You're under 250. I'm not. So there you go. That's all I'm going to say about that. So you're a good man. He said, I get to do this again? I said, yep, and I appreciate you bunches for doing it. So Value Everyday Food City. Juvenile diabetes, we didn't talk about that. Tell us how that's working. At the end of the sale transactions,
Yes.
normally?
So at the end of the transaction, you have the option to donate a select amount, whatever you desire, or you can just round up to the nearest dollar.
Yeah.
And that all goes to the juvenile diabetes research.
Stays right here local.
Yes.
It has become epidemic in our country, and particularly in our region, particularly, well, juvenile diabetes. I mean, it's running rampant, and it's, you know, these kids drink a lot of soda pops and different things that, you know, and the sugar lays on them. And I've read that, and I've heard that from different doctors, where they said juvenile diabetes has become epidemic. So it's a chance to help them out. Juvenile diabetes, raising money for next couple of weeks, right? Yep. Isaiah Harmon, good job, sir. Thank you. He's going to go back to running the store. We'll take a break. Coach Corn is here. We're going to let him talk to us next as soon as I hit this magic button. We'll be right back after this. I told you, Brummett Sports, I found it. And so it's amazing. And we'll do that right after this. You're watching show number 2290. I love it. Of the Tom Dolan Sports Show. We're 10 shows away from 2,300, which will be 2 weeks from today. 5 shows a week, so next week. And so the following week, we'll hit show number 2,300 and 10-year career of this show in 2 Fridays right here at Food City. Woo-hoo! We may have us a little party here. Number 2,300. We may get Annalise get on the show. That in of itself would be an amazing thing, but we'll do this. Coach Corn's next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
I stand before you now as proof that you should never believe that something is impossible to do. In America, the impossible is what we do best.
Ford of Elizabeth and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
So here's the deal. An opportunity presented itself for me to come check the dealership out. They said it might be for sale. My wife, my mother-in-law, both of my sisters happened to come last September, and we ended up at the Covered Bridge event, and we just thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, it was a blast. We weren't planning on being there for that. It just so happened the time that we came, the Covered Bridge event was going on, and we just loved it. We loved the community. We loved the energy, the vibe, and we felt like it would be a great opportunity for us to serve the community. Because every time I look at a store, I always look at how could we improve the community, how could we create jobs, how could we improve the business. And the upside was so tremendous in the Elizabethton community. I just felt like we could come make a big difference, and we've been able to do it.
You have Ford, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Elizabethton. Social media, how do we find you?
So Ford of Elizabethton, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Elizabethton. We're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. We're everywhere. And we're ready to serve the community, sell cars, and make some happy customers.
Amen. What's the hours you're open, sir?
So we're open at 7:37 in service, and we're open at 8:30 in sales. We stay open till 7.
Our title sponsor, the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports, Ford of Elizabethton, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 2290. So, yeah, I'm ciphering this thing up right. So, next 5 shows a week, so next week will be $22.95. So June the 6th, on that Food City Friday, we'll hit show number 2300.
Wow.
So I think I'm ciphering right. Pretty sure I am. So, well, yeah, got 10 shows left, 5 shows a week. That's 2,300 on June
That's
the 6th.
more fingers and toes than I have, Tom.
Well, I was about to take my boots off and embarrass myself, Jethro Bodine, because he used to say in the Hillbillies, odd times odd, still not all day long. So we have had a great run in baseball. We came up short. He knows that. I know that. And so we saw where Iroquois County went down and gave them all they could. Anderson County down there, but lost. And so Anderson County moves on, and Greenville will go on to the state tournament. They took 2 out of 3 from Seymour. So last week in the regional tournament, Saturday, we lose to Greenville. If you just sat here and told me that there was, 5 hits, if I remember right, between the 2 teams, Bryson Rowland had a no-hitter against Greenville going into the 5th or in the 5th inning, and we lose 6-0, which is not indicative of that game at all.
Yeah.
I'd have said you're smoking something, you're crazy, but Greenville did it 6-0, and so then we come back and play to stay alive for the season, Iroquois County, and that was a heck of a baseball game too. And lose that one, and so we unceremoniously got knocked out.
Yeah.
Tough.
It can happen quick, Tom. You know, in these tournament type scenarios, blink of an eye, one day, your season's over, and it's something the kids know. I mean, they know ahead of time. You talk about it. You discuss playing one pitch at a time, and things of that nature, and how quickly things can happen. You can have one bad day. It could have been anybody. You have one bad day, and and your season's over. And for us in that second game, it was 13 pitches. Unicoi scored 6 runs in 13 pitches, and it's something I don't know if I've ever seen without extra base hits. And just the ball bounced a couple of strange ways there for us, and we weren't able to circle the wagons fast enough to stop the bleeding. And next thing you know, we're in a hole and just couldn't quite squeeze it out.
Gave it everything we could.
Sure.
We had some missed opportunities, and you know that, and I know that. But again, it wasn't for lack of effort.
Yeah.
These kids battled. We beat some great teams to get to that point. We lost to 2 great teams last weekend, obviously, Greenville and Unicoi County. We lose Unicoi County. They're no longer with us. They'll move down to 2A. We will welcome next year, starting with volleyball, and everything but football, will welcome Daniel Boone into the conference, or the Upper Lake. So first year, you have transitioned from college to high school. Things that you went, I didn't know that was going to happen. Surprise things for a college coach that's making an adaptation, which you did very well, may I add, to the high school baseball scene. What were some of the things?
Well, I think the biggest challenge was not having a core group of your players during our training days in the fall. Any school that of our size probably deals with the same challenge, where you have your players playing football and basketball and golf and wrestling, and so you're trying to implement an entire new system without a core group. I think there was 12 or 13 of those guys in last year's team that were engaged in other sports, so you don't have them. So the time crunch of trying to get everything in, where typically you have your entire team over the whole course of the fall. And so, I think that was something I knew going in. I just didn't really know how big of a mountain that was going to be. And it'll be better next year because they've been introduced to the vernacular. They kind of get an idea on what we want to do. So even those 3 sport guys that are coming back next year, they've at least been in the system for a spring, because, Tom, when you get to the games in the spring, there's a little bit of tweaking, but there's not a lot of overhaul you're going to do. It's kind of like if you're a NASCAR race, you can make a couple little tweaks during the race, but you better have that car dialed in before that.
Before you get there.
Yeah, right there. But before the first lap. So there's some things we try to do over the course of the season, but they'll be better next year, at least in understanding some of the things that the coaching staff wants.
The Mike Korn system is now in place after 1 year. The keys were handed to him by Coach Presnell, and so Coach Korn is now obviously very much on the scene. I felt like a really good year. I still say you're the coach of the year for what you did because, again, we talked about this before after one of the games. The learning curve, when I used to work in radio, they would tell you if you switch radio stations or just switch jobs, give you and the new employer, whomever that would be, probably 6 weeks to get used to each other, just get acclimated. And so, you walked in learning kids, learning the system, learning the school, going from college now to high school, all in one swoop. So there was a lot of learning curve in a lot of different directions. You feel like you accomplished it?
Yeah, I feel very disappointed, and it'll stay with me for a little while longer. I mean, I think we got off on the right foot, Tom. I mean, I really do, because we won the district tournament, we won the conference regular season. And those are some things to it's not your ultimate goal, but those are some things you can hang your hat on. These kids coming back next year, they know they can do it. And there's the old saying, you go as far as you can go, and when you get there, you can see a little further.
Yeah.
And, hopefully that's what these guys can do next year, and hopefully I can get better at preparing them and getting them in the best position I can put them in for them to succeed.
We lose 6 seniors, 6 dandies, 4 of those going on to play college, which is awesome. And so we'll lose those guys. We've talked about them a lot in the postseason, the games. And so now you kind of reload with the juniors about to become seniors. And it would appear to me, I'll let you make this call, but it would appear to me that the horses are in the barn. We got some great kids come back to make another run next year.
Well, our pieces are okay. We're going to miss those seniors for sure. I haven't calculated the exact number of innings, and because Richie threw Carson Atkins threw a ton of non-conference innings. Of course, Bryson was one of our horses, and he threw conference innings. So we missed those 2 guys off the mound. We're getting back a Jackson Buckles, which we didn't have this year, an all-conference guy as a sophomore on the mound. So we will return him. Some of those valuable freshmen that had innings that, that experience you cannot replace. I had a coach talking to me the other day about, you can replace players, you cannot replace experience. And so, we have an Alistair Sumner that had a ton of experience, a freshman. Will probably be the front runner to go fill in Braden Buckles' spot there in center field. Played plenty of innings. Ryan Jones played plenty of innings behind the dish. And then Evan Chambers and Marshall Holzclaw, ton of innings again as freshmen. So they'll try to fill in some of those holes in the field. And then Elijah Ambrose, Seth Holly, Cole Krawczyk, those guys, ton of innings on the mound. They're all sophomores, so they'll be 1 year older. You don't know what everybody else has, but you're not going into next year with the covered bear.
Nope, you're not flying blind next year. And then you got juniors about to be seniors. That's a heck of a Whitehead and Slagle and Hooks. Who am I leaving out? We'll leave somebody out.
Blevins.
Blevins.
Yeah.
They don't mean to because I don't have it in front of me. But
yeah.
You got 4 guys. I mean, that's really the core of your team next year. Jack Blevins, Rhett Slagle, Justin Whitehead, and J.D. Hooks.
Yeah, and I think all 4 of those guys were all conference performers this year. I want to say our athletic director, Joe Diaz, mentioned that was released today, some of the all-conference stuff. So I think Rhett was player of the year, and then Whitehead, all those 4 juniors, those other juniors you mentioned were all conference along with some of our seniors, Bugs and Bryson.
So Rhett was player of the year in the league. Upper Leagues Conference Player of the Year, Rhett Slagle.
Yeah, Rhett Slagle.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I've not seen that yet. I guess it's come out since I've been over here getting set up.
So happy for him and happy for those guys. Then you have Cole Krawczyk and Carter Reese were honorable mention. Those 2 pitchers. One's a sophomore, one's a freshman.
I understand you got some kids coming up from Duggar going to be able to help too.
Yeah, I mean, I think it won't be as big as last year's class. We had 13 in last year's class, and I think you're probably looking at more 5, 6, maybe 7 in this class. I'm not sure. Some of those kids, this is a crossroads for them in their athletic career, when they're stepping into high school, and sometimes their interests go other directions. So we'll see how many of those young guys come up and decide they want to be a part of our program.
Talking to Coach Cormer live here again at Food City. Coming up top of the hour will be David Lyons from Brumman Sports Shop. So you look at the success we had this year, and we start sitting down booking non-conference games next year. Will that be harder to do because they go, it's the Cyclones, and they're going to be pretty good.
You know, I don't know. I know Coach Witten runs into that a ton in football. I think with us playing some of the 4A schools, you know, those guys aren't scared to play, you know, Elizabethan or anyone else. And, you know, having those great programs like Science Hill and Dobbins Bennett around, the big 4A, we'll play Coach Hoover and Westview again. You know, we'll along top of our conference schedule, we'll be able to find enough to get these guys ready. And again, you're scheduling. Some people schedule to win. We're going to schedule to prepare. I want our young men prepared. It doesn't mean, again, doesn't mean we're guaranteed to be ready in May, but that's the goal. You play, prepare, you train, you schedule to be ready for May.
The out of town, I call them beach trips, or go someplace and play in tournaments. You for it or against it? You think it's good, not good? I mean, they get a chance to get out of town and play and kind of hang out with each other, but is it good as far as the caliber of baseball?
Yeah, absolutely. If you choose the right places to go. I mean, we went down and played a little bit in Barry Messer's Warrior Classic, and then I think they're going to finalize our conference schedule today, and I'll get you a copy of that when they do of next year. Waiting on a couple people, because our conference, not only is it changing with Boone coming in, the hard luck Blue Devils going out. What a tough loss they had last night. Goodness gracious, in that rubber game. But you also have Coach at East retiring. You know, Mike's retiring, and so we don't know who the coach is there. So Preston Roberts up at Tennessee High is the old guy in the group as far as being in the league, and I think he's only been in 4 or 5 years. So conference schedule will hopefully be released today, and then that'll tell us whether or not we can go on some of these trips, because that's what dictates it. You know, how your conference schedule falls, and but there's plenty of good tournaments out there. We play in that Coach Hart down there in Maryville, his play for the Cure. We'll try to get some games in that, and then you know, try to get your 35 games. 30 max, Tom, the way TWSAA does it. But you can play in some of these tournaments, especially these charity tournaments, and play 4 or 5 games and only count as 3. That's in policy, which, you know, you could probably safely play about 35 games, you know, in a season right now, the way we are, and we'll try to get close to that.
So that's what's coming up. So the non-football players, which now they've all jumped into the weight room, and now it's full speed with football. We're 98 days to kickoff. 14 Friday nights from tonight we'll be at Science Hill doing football. It's unbelievable. So, but for those who aren't playing football, they have they have a summer schedule. You have summer ball. What are they going to do?
So you'll have a group of the older guys playing with their summer teams, and it may vary, and some of them are kind of guns for hire, so to speak, where they play different teams each weekend. And then our younger guys, we'll have a few weeks here in June that we'll be able to do some things with. And then playing games will be something we try to do. I've talked to a couple local coaches, but it won't be, we're not going to be going anywhere. It'll be playing just some play days maybe, and us trying to just get some of the young guys a little more repetition and concrete in a little some of our concepts, and do some things. So we'll meet next week on that, Tom. All the returners, the guys that want to play next year, we'll meet and we'll go over our early June schedule. We'll go about 3 weeks in June, and then we go into a dead period, and those guys will have July to reset and heal their bodies and get ready to go for fall practice.
Toot the horn of your coaching staff. You had some good ones.
Oh, gosh. I mean, I've said this before. Coach Diaz, Joe Diaz, has been with these guys. He's been a baseball guy in this area forever, and he keeps me straight. And Coach Copeland does a great job with those hitters. He's in the cage a lot of times when I'm out on the field and doing some other things and trying to dial those guys and their swings in. And then Coach Bembry had another great year as pitching coach. I guess his second year as pitching coach, and he calls all the pitches and really connects with those young guys. So they did great. And of course, my brother John helps us on game days and helped us coach some of those freshman and JV games when they were separate. Did a great job for us.
So do a wrap for Mike Korn. First year at Elizabethan High School. Give me, if you had, give me your summation of the first year of Cyclone baseball through the eyes of Mike Korn.
Gosh, you know, I loved it. The community was so supportive. The parents of our guys were just amazing. I mean, I just do things. I'm going to do things differently, and the next guy after me will do things differently, not right or wrong or better or worse. And for them to accept me in, to their Cyclone family, I just felt welcomed. I felt supported, and I'm just really still hurting that I couldn't get those guys in position to win that regional tournament. And it's going to stick with me for a little bit, but I'm happy. Dr. Mitten, him giving me an opportunity to be here, and Mr. Van Huss, those guys just give me the opportunity to lead these boys. I'm humbled by it, but it's going to sting for a while, and probably that first game next spring I'll still be remembering last week, and hopefully that our guys will too, and that'll be some motivation for them.
You're not beating yourself up, are you?
I don't know if you call it that. I just think it's just a coach being a coach, Tom.
Yeah.
You go back and you replay all the things that maybe you could have done differently, and it's not about in the game or in the moment. It's more about training, and could I have done something to better prepare those guys, and it's hindsight's 20/20. But when you're thinking about things like this, if we'd have done this, or if we'd have done that, that doesn't mean the outcome would have been any different. But it's certainly something you do. You reflect on it, and I think it's just what coaches do.
Hello, Pete and Crystal Slade. Hello to Hunter Hodges watching the show. Appreciate you. Hello to Michael Stansberry, Spencer Nave, Timothy Dyer, Doug Holshut. I'm sure I'm not saying it right. Misty Taylor down in Georgia. How are you? Hello to Michael Stansberry, Reba Whitehead, Linda Birchwood up in Ohio, Krista Britt, Lisa Baker, Jimmy Stout down in Georgia, Elizabeth and Cyclone Guy. Thank you all. So, last thing we'll ask you, we do this every time. 2025, final wrap of this baseball season. Grade your baseball team out. Did you finish with, in your humble opinion, A, B, C, or D?
Golly, I mean, I certainly can't give us an A, because there's things that I needed to have our guys doing better. We needed to be better to bunt coverage. We needed to be able to adjust a little bit more at the plate, especially those guys beating us up with off-speed pitches. I mean, gosh, Tom, that's such a tough question. I'm not going to beat us up. I mean, we had a B, and at times we were an A. At times during this season we were an A, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish, and we just weren't as sharp as we needed to be there at the end.
Yep. I want to say publicly it was an honor to call your games. I know, and here's the thing too, for folks who don't know, Ryan Presnell stepped away. He had some medical situation. He'll tell you. He was diagnosed with cancer, and now he's cancer-free, and so, which is awesome. But he had to step away, and so Coach Corum was hired, and so, but you and he have a great relationship. It's not like he went off, he went away mad or anything like that. You two are like this.
I talk to him just about every single day, you know, and sometimes it's about baseball, sometimes it's just about life, and that's what this thing is. I mean, we want to win, we want to compete, but it's about helping these young men transition into manhood, and take away some resiliency skills, some priority skills, the ability to be able to handle their emotions, because they're going to be husbands, they're going to be fathers here real soon, and the lessons you learn through adversity can really help them help their families, and that's what this thing's about. And Ryan and I both see eye to eye on that, so that's something we can talk about, and mission we can share together.
I'm a music guy, so one of the coolest things about this season, it probably doesn't mean a hill of beans to you guys out there, but the music, most of these ballparks, you hear the same old stuff. You hear rap, you hear AC/DC, Highway to Hell. In the book I read, you don't want anybody going to hell, but you hear that garbage all the time. I call it garbage. That's what I called it, particularly AC/DC, Highway to Hell. So if I'm thrown off in that group, that song, anyway, I hear it a lot. Come to the ballpark, the Mike Corn music. We heard Johnny Cash. We had George Jones and Tammy Wynette. We heard Creedence Clearwater Revival. We heard Marty Robbins. I mean, we heard Bob Seger. It was really cool, and I watched the people down in the stands, and they liked that. A lot of places play the music for the kids, which is okay, but he played it for the fans, and the fans embraced it. They loved it.
Yeah, it's intentional, Tom. It's intentional. That playlist is something that's out there, like you said, for the fans. And we've had multiple people come up, even other coaches, appreciate the music we played between innings.
Yeah. That's Mike Corn. And when it started raining, it went up and he's got a whole playlist.
Whole playlist, about 4 or 5 hours of rain delay.
Rain delay music. So this guy's a music guy. So I asked him last week. I said, "You get front row seats to you and your lady to go watch any concert, artist, alive or dead." He said, "When I thought we're in, I like this guy a lot." You said
Don Williams.
Don Williams,
the gentle giant.
the gentle
Tom.
giant, got a voice like molasses. I was listening to him last night. So
And we listened to him yesterday in class.
Yeah.
Dr. Mitten, don't be mad at me. I chose Don Williams' greatest hits yesterday morning to serenade the young men and women in class.
those kids need to hear that. Some broken hearts never meant. I believe in you. You're my best friend. If Hollywood don't need you, I still do. I mean,
It goes on and on.
if I needed you, would you come to me? With Emmylou Harris, Don Williams, great music. So it was an honor, sir, to call your game.
Enjoyed it, Tom, and
Yeah.
thank you for what you do, not just for us, but for the community and the things that you stand for. Your values mean a lot to me, and I love being here on this show and love you covering Cyclone baseball.
Absolutely. It was an awesome, fun ride. We didn't get where we wanted to. We went further than we started out, but something to build on for next year. It left that taste in our mouth. We're hungry.
That's right. I hope so.
We are hungry. He's awesome.
Go Cyclones.
Go Cyclones. Don Williams. He likes Don Williams. I love it. So it's good stuff. Can't go wrong with that. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll take a look at the NBA, the National Hockey League, and Major League Baseball. It's rivalry weekend. All these teams are playing each other geographically close. The Braves opened up a series in Fenway Park against the Red Sox, which is not exactly rivalry weekend as far as geographic proximity, but it's going to be a good series. And obviously the Braves are playing some really good baseball. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this from Ivy Hall Nursing Home. You're watching show number 2290 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show at Food City in Elizabethton. Joseph Taylor, Ivy Hall Nursing Home, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. So what's going on right now at Ivy Hall Nursing Home?
Ivy Hall, we are accepting short-term and long-term residents. We definitely specialize in our short-term. We're very proud of our rehab department, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, respiratory therapy. We want you to come. If you want, a couple weeks of rehab, we'll be happy to help you and get you back home. We'd love to have any long-term residents. If you need our services, we're here. We just want to be just to serve our community the best we can.
Why Ivy Hall Nursing Home? There's a lot of them out there. Why do you feel like you guys are the best?
Well, we just feel like that at Ivy Hall, it's a family-run business. My mom is the owner. Myself and my sister, we both work there. We just feel like you're going to get more personal touch at Ivy Hall. If you want to talk to the owner administrator, call, ask for Judy. We just want to provide the personal touch.
And they do. Social media, how do we find you?
Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook or ivyhallnursinghome.com if you'd like to apply for a job. We're hiring CNAs, LPNs, RNs, housekeeping, whatever. You can go on there and fill out an application, and somebody will get in touch with you.
One of our great sponsors here, the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports, our buddy Joseph Taylor right there, as you see, with Ivy Hall Nursing Home. You've been at it for 42 years, a lot of different brands that you carry here. Tell us about that.
Oh, we carry all the major brands in furniture and bedding. Some of the furniture brands like Ashley, Barker Lounger. Barker Lounger is a very comfortable group. They make great recliners. Bassett been around for over 100 years. It's great. It's actually Bassett is still family owned. The Bassett still own the company, which is unusual in today's world. Carry England. England's actually a Tennessee. The factory is in Tennessee that makes their products, so it's a Tennessee-made product. So a lot of special orders with that. Green Gables makes a really neat, rustic-looking furniture. Great looks, great product. Legacy Classic is a great furniture company we deal with. Magnusum is a company that we've dealt with for probably 20 years. In bedding, we carry Sealy, all the top brands, Serta, Simmons, Beautyrest. Tempur-Pedic is our premium line. If you ever sleep on a Tempur-Pedic, you probably never go back to anything else. It's really a great product. Also carry the Traeger pellet line, or the Traeger grill line. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of enjoyment. We all have Traeger grills. We all share recipes, and it's a great product to cook on. Vaughn Bassett is another company. It's still a family-owned company, very large company. They're out of Galax, Virginia, so it's almost a local company. So that's our top brands right there.
42 years, downtown Elizabethton, Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings. The hours are open. Again, you've told us your normal hours, Monday through Saturday, or what?
Monday through Fridays, 10 to 6. On Saturday, 9 to 5.
Social media, how do we find you?
Facebook is a prominent thing we do each week. We do an ad. It just on Wednesday, have tons of people look to that ad. The website, cannonshomestore.com, has a full catalog, over 1 million products on that website.
And the obvious, the phone number.
Phone number, 423-543-6937.
One of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Douglas Sports Show love coming here and promoting this product. Be loyal, buy local, buy in Elizabethton at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings. Brumman Sports Shop in downtown Elizabethton with your favorite school's T-shirts, polos, or hoodies. They can put your school, church, or company's logo on lots of different styles of hats, including Nike and Richardson and now Travis Matthew. Windbreakers, sublimated shirts, pullovers, koozies. They can order for any area school and your favorite team. Dry fit sleeveless hoodies, Nike dry fit T-shirts, women's and toddler sizes. You can order any uniform for any sport, including the pants or shorts from Brumman Sports Shop. And they always have a clearance rack to save you money. Plaques, trophies, medals, and ribbons, and all the engraving is done in-house. And they offer hard-to-find Letterman jackets of your favorite school for guys, ladies, and now elementary and middle school athletes too. And they offer all the different sports patches as well. Brumman Sports Shop, downtown Elizabethton, Facebook, Instagram, website, BrummanSportsShop.com, phone 542-2321, Brumman Sports Shop in downtown Elizabethton. Back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show, again reminding you we are streaming graduation tonight. So Elizabethton graduation will go on there at 7:25. It'll start at 7:30. Folks have been texting me, says it's indoors or outdoors. Right now it's outdoors. I've not heard of the contrary, so I know there's some rain in the forecast, but it's supposed to be after graduation. So at this point, at 12:10 on Friday afternoon, it's outdoors tonight at 7:30 in the football stadium. Where we won't be there, but in 14 weeks we'll be doing football. Brought to you by Brumman Sports. I've got some of the highlight packages. I may run one of those here in a minute. I kind of got a hankering. Go back and play one of the highlight packages from the season. I don't know. Let's see what we got in here. Good morning, sir. Good afternoon. How you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
Good. I got Boone's highlights. I got Sullivan East highlights. I've got DB highlights. Got Cherokee highlights. We'll play one of those in a minute. We do the highlight packages during the season after each game. Brought to you by Brumman Sports. 98 days to kickoff. But who's counting? You just do it. That's it.
I'd go play tomorrow if they'd let me.
Absolutely. Could you think you still do it? Think you suit up and go?
Oh, they'd have to cart me off the field, but I'd do it.
There you go. We have to drag him off the field.
My little boy graduated kindergarten yesterday, and I sat wrong, and my back's been bothering me ever since. So well, I don't know. They'd probably kill me now.
You sat wrong graduation, now you're in behind.
Yeah.
Way behind, willing to make a deal.
Yeah.
I love it. That's what
I
happens.
sneezed and about cried.
Stop. He sneezed and he started crying. Bree, honey, I pray for you. She's watching. All I can do. I pray for you. That's all I know. So,
Yeah, she knew what she was getting into.
oh yeah, she knew. Before we get into Brummett Sports, you did it a couple of weeks ago. You can't, from a confidentiality standpoint, but you went on the Emmaus Walk, did you
Yes,
not?
I did.
You're part of it. Awesome thing. I've never been able to do it, but everybody I've talked to said it's a life-changing experience. Give us a quick overview. Say what you can say about it. I know it's a confidential thing, the way they do it.
Yeah.
It's not secretive per se, but it's just a private thing how they do this program. So tell them before we get into Brummett Sports about the Emmaus Walk.
It's a real good weekend. I do it for the men's and the women's. A lot of real good Christian-based people. It's a really good time to go and reflect, and you leave with a new perspective. I'll put it like that. And
You look inside yourself, don't you?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I do it. I go again tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it's very, very beneficial. So if somebody out there, you've been on the fence about going, I highly recommend it.
Yep. So anyway, he's part of that a couple of weeks ago. He didn't get a chance to come be here on the show because I'm doing part of the Emmaus Walk, which is it's a Christian thing, and it again, what way I could pretty well sum it up would be that you go and you get in touch with the Lord.
Yep.
And you dig inside of you and see what's making you tick and where are you with your walk.
Yeah.
So
And it's beneficial for everybody.
Yeah.
There's preachers and pastors and new believers, and so you don't have to be in any point in your faith to feel like you need to go or can go.
Yep. Having said that, let me give you the verse today. We're going to get into Brummett Sports. You got a whole ton of stuff over here. Man, oh man. I love it. By the way, I got my little, you want to reach up there and show them? While I'm reading, put it
I
back.
swapped it out for you. So
Oh, did you really? Is this not the coolest thing in the world? He brought this the other day and said, I don't want one of those. And I got one. Changes colors. It's on the table. It's an attention getter, I can tell you. And then you can go, I need black. Here you go. Show on my shirt. Now look at this. You can go all red. When I hit it, as soon as I hit it, you go all red. Go green. Go blue. Go white. You can go orange. Go yeller. You can go yeller. Come on, Tom. Speak clearly, son. It's yellow. You're not in West. You're not in West.
We got you.
You're not in West Virginia anymore, son. It ain't. Oh, it's old yeller, but the color is yellow. Thank you. Say it again. Yellow. Say it one more time. Yellow. Talking to yourself. I am.
We speak Meluncheon, you all right?
Hit that bell. That's good. All right. Here's turquoise. Here's purple, obviously. Here is blue. Then it'll do this. It will do this, which is what we had it doing a while ago. It kind of flashes. Then this one says it strobes. You can put your favorite team on here.
Yep.
Then this one is fade. This one will start. Check this out. Starts out white. It'll fade into, get over from my shirt so you can see a black background. Goes into orange. Sit right here for a minute. It'll fade into it. Just continually fades. It's awesome. I love this thing. And then this one says smooth. I don't think I've ever hit smooth. Let's see what smooth does. So all this, and this is available from Brummett Sports Shop.
Yep.
So
You can come in. And we've got on display, I've got the Hampton Bulldogs.
Yep.
But we can do any team. We can do any company. If you want, something for Father's Day, have a Bible verse on it. We can do that.
team logo.
Team logo.
Whatever you want. Yep. There it is, folks. I'll leave it up there where they can see it. Put it back up there where people will see it. Sitting on top of the macaroni and cheese box
That's what I'm
in
talking
Food
about.
City. We're country rednecks. Hello, Annalise. How are you? That's good. That's little buddy Annalise. Lisa Baker, Kendall Potter. Okay, Kendall. Get out of the way for a second. Kendall, you and I talk. She's the new manager, right? You need to come do the show. It's me and you talking, Kendall. You need to come do the show. Julie's over going, he pegged you. You need to come be on the show. She's the new store manager. We need to let you come there one day and sit with him and do a two-headed segment.
We can do it. If I can talk her into it. If she doesn't
I'm
kill me by
talking
the
her
time I
into
get
it.
back.
I'm talking.
Because when I walked out, I said, I'm going to build you up on the show. She said, you better not.
Well, he didn't have anything to do with this. I saw your name pop up. I said, Kendall Potter, you need to come be on this show. Brittany Barnett, how you doing, lady? Gary and Patsy Johnson, Amy Whitson, hello, dear. Baker, Tanner Light, Steve Renfro, Bree Lyons, that would be his better half. Greta Zukoff's been a regular. Jimmy Stout in Georgia. Pete and Crystal Slagle, Michael Stansbury, Vista Clark, Reba Whitehead, Hunter Hodges, Michael Spencer Nave, Timothy Dyer. You probably know half these people. Misty Taylor down in Georgia. Thank you for watching. She's an Elizabethan girl. Michael Stansbury and Krista Britt. So thank you, guys and ladies, for watching the show. Show and tell time. Hello, big dog. There's one of Katota Mail.
Yeah.
He won't let me get him on the show.
What?
I don't know. Mr. Hardsock, he can do it, couldn't he?
Yeah.
He could carry the football. He was a stud. I said, man, why don't you come be on the show? He won't do it. But I'll tell you who I am getting on the show. Ran into him. I've shamed him. He's one of the all-time greats. Ethan Thomas going to be on one of my football halftimes as a guest. Oh,
That'd be
yes.
good.
You remember Ethan?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
He could carry. Whew. That's when I was doing South, and we'd come over and play. We played them every year in the same conference, and we dreaded playing Elizabeth simply because Ethan Thomas, I say dreaded, may not be the right way. They may not appreciate me saying that, but they would say the harder you hit the guy, you hammered him all night long, he just got stronger as the game went on. So I ran into him a couple of weeks ago. We talked about that.
Yeah.
And so this guy could tote it. He could bring
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Ethan Thomas could play. So he has promised, after 2 years trying to track him down, he's one of the all-time greats. He still has 6 records, Tennessee high school football in the record book, still to this day. He can play. So there was a guy that ran the football for Dobbins Minute back in the day, was similar to Ethan Thomas. But this guy was the deal. He was a stud. So,
Oh, yeah.
he can hammer you, lower that shoulder into you, and hurt you. So,
That's the running backs I liked.
oh yeah,
I like to hit
punish you. They punish you. We got some up here this year can punish you. Who? The J train squatted. What they tell me? 600 pounds. He squatted 600. Squatting, I think you put on your back and just go down with knee bends, right? Bring it back up and squat.
Yeah.
600 pounds. So you try and stop him to carry the football in 98 days. Then you got the other Wallen.
Yeah.
And you got C.J. Mathis. We call him the cannon because he runs like he's shot out of a cannon. So we're looking forward to it. 98 days from today. Brought to you by Brummett Sports. All right, here we go. Show and tell.
All right.
Where are we starting,
Let's
sir?
see. We'll just start with the license plate.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So this right here is a sublimated license plate.
Metal.
It's made out of metal. I design it like I do everything else and just heat press it onto the metal. And any design you want. I've got Elizabethan. I've got one that says Elizabethan Fighting Cyclones, UNACA, Happy Valley Warriors, everybody. If you've got a business, I made one for you. And I've got
You
one
did?
that says Brummett's on the front of it. So you come down there, we can put her on there.
So I'm watching Coach Shipley's watching at Middle Tennessee. So you can do these for any school.
Absolutely.
Anybody. You pick a school. Anderson County just got done playing Unicoi County in baseball. So you can do it for anybody and ship it anywhere. So we always think local, Carter County and Elizabethton, but you have sent stuff to Ohio.
Yep.
You've sent other things from Brummett's to
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
California. There was one, New York. So, yeah, I mean,
So if you're watching the show out there, and you are out there in a lot of different states, wherever you are, he can do this for your school. It's not just limited to East Tennessee. So want to make any of this stuff, really, that he can do that for you. And Letterman's jackets, we'll talk about that in a moment because We're 220 some days away from Christmas.
Yep.
You don't want to hear that, but it's true. And now's the time to come in and get fitted for
Yep.
the jacket, and let them. Before there's a crunch time for the varsity jackets and Letterman's jackets. So.
Yeah. But if you wait, everybody's wanting them.
Yeah.
And we've only got so much capacity. So
Yeah. So
we don't like to say no, but we're not going to tell you yes and not deliver. So
there you go. So here it is in May. You think we're not worried about varsity jackets in May. Probably want to worry about, thinking about coming and getting fitted and sized, and they'll go. You can get anything on those jackets. I mean, you can get, if you're in a choir, you get a treble clef.
Mhm.
If you're in a marching band, if you're in the Bible club, I know they've got a Bible that you can get sewn onto your jacket.
Yep.
So
and then inside the baseballs, you can have your number put on it. We did a big. It was the state of for Wisconsin. It was the state of Wisconsin, and it was I think they were the runner-ups in a big tournament. Had those made.
Yep.
So
really, to be honest, about the only thing that limits what you can have is your creativity, your imagination. Because he wants you to call and say, "Can you do this?" They love to hear that.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
you do this? Well, I don't know if we can or not. Let's try it.
Yeah.
And so,
and it's better if you have your own design because I'm not very creative.
yeah,
So it's just going to be as best that I can do is design, but it's still not going to be great. So if you design it, I can make it.
yeah. Kendall, I'm looking forward to seeing you on the show next week. It's good. It'll be good. So,
All right.
I'm going to kill David Lyons.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all right.
That right there is what we call a mylar. So the sticker that's normally at the top of your plaques, that's what that is. I made it. It's sublimated just the same as the license plate right there. Did those for UNACA just a few weeks ago, but again, can do anything that you would like on it. I've done them for Carter County. They've got the Carter County seal, so if it's really detailed, like if you've seen the Carter County seal, it turns out perfect.
It's awesome. So again, it doesn't even have to be athletic. It can be a government, it can be a church, it can be a professional group, it can be whomever and whatever. So, and we forgot to plug, got talking about baseball. We were supposed to talk tonight. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes is having a fundraiser at Freddy's here in Elizabethton, where you go in and eat. They'll take a portion of the proceeds to give to the Elizabethton chapter of the FCA. So I'm just thinking you can put the FCA logo on this, couldn't you? FCA. So anyway, that's going on tonight. 5 to 8, 6 to 8 at Freddy's here in Elizabethton. Go by there and eat, and portion of the proceeds of your dinner will go to the Fellowship of Christian Athletes at the Elizabethton High School. So at Elizabethton High. All right, what else we got, sir?
All right, we're going through the hats right here. So this
All right.
this hat right here is for the ladies. It's got a hole in the back for the ponytail.
Ponytail. Love it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have to use it, but
Yeah.
I don't have you here.
No. I got a ponytail, but so I guess I could use that.
Yeah.
couldn't
I mean, I said ladies, but I mean,
yeah, you could. Really could.
if I had hair, I may have grown mine out and used it.
By the way, this right here, you see this? Tom Taylor Sports, ball cap, came from Brumman Sports Shop. So, all right, there's number one. What's this one here? Flag?
This is a Travis Matthews. It's a golf.
Cool.
So,
Different design.
Yeah, that one right there, that one's 37, I believe. But they're very, very comfortable hats. It's a snapback, but it has the elastic inside of it too.
Mm-hmm. Well, it does, doesn't it? Wow, that is nice. That is awesome. So that's a Travis Matthews. That's very popular, is it not?
Yep.
Okay.
And then my Richardsons. So I've got the flag Richardson. I did a couple of these. Did one just like that had the Tuffy on the front.
Mm-hmm.
Then I did, I believe it was camouflage with the American flag on the back that said, I think it had E on it. And you know Kelly Gegley?
Yes.
Yeah, he bought it. He had to be different, so he bought it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, again, the sky's the limit, folks. This is a Richardson hat. I'll show you right here what we're talking about. It's the name of the company that makes the hat, which is very popular.
Oh, yeah.
So, we are.
And I started leaving these blank more often, so you can come in, you can say, hey, I like that hat. I want,
Blank on it.
yeah,
To
I
fill the
want
blank.
the Hampton, the new Hampton Bulldog, or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. You can do it.
That's right.
All the printing's done local in-house. It's not like, well, we got to ship it off to Wisconsin. It'll be 6 weeks.
Yeah.
It's done right here on premise,
Yeah.
which helps things out.
That's it. That's
So-
it. You know, if we can't do it in-house, we find somebody local to do it. So,
Kendall, Julie, David,
Yeah.
everybody else get back there and work at times.
Oh yeah, they all get back there.
Weston,
Yep. I put in work.
really?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
Mrs. Weston's first name?
Ryan.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Put her back there too working.
Well, I would, but I.
I got you. But Weston, we do
Yeah.
put in work.
Yeah.
Got you.
Okay, so that's another Richardson hat. That one right there is it's a 220. I think it's the same style as yours. Called a dad hat, I guess. But really, really comfortable. It's kind of like that dry fit material, so it's moisture wicking. That's Dad got one of those. He had to have a trout put on the front of it, but
There you go. You can do that too.
that's the only thing he does is
Trout
fish
fish?
and gripe. So
That'd be your father.
Yeah.
Talking about. So here's your camouflage. from
Yep.
Champro.
yep. So that's the HC1. That's a really popular hat from Champro. It's the fitted version of the hat that I have on. It's the one that has terry cloth on the inside. I've done these with the Hampton, all kinds, Elizabethan. So, and they've been fairly popular. So we can do these in shirts too. We do camouflage shirts. So we did Carter County Drug Prevention. They've got camouflage shirts, and we did them for those.
That's awesome. We're here live again. We're at Food City. We'll be talking, looking at some Major League Baseball coming up, NBA, the National Hockey League. So what else we got?
Right here we've got a sublimated koozie.
Going into summer months, this will be really good.
Yep.
You could almost sell these as a fundraiser, couldn't you?
Yep. So again, that's one of those things. If you can design it, I put it on there. I have other koozies that I can just do heat press stuff on. So
Sublimate means it's soaked into the material, right?
Right.
So it's not going to fade. You can put it in the washer. It's not going to fade.
Right.
It's here. So these are koozies. That's
Yep.
another thought starter.
Yep.
To
And we have a ton of these. We ended up picking these up. I'm not even sure where, but they're real lightweight shorts. And we can do team spirit wear with that. So take those shorts. We can put, Unaka, Elizabeth, and Hampton, and do a matching shirt for football, for warm up for basketball. If you want to do some stuff for anything, soccer, doesn't matter. Just warm up stuff, spirit wear. We can definitely do it with these. And,
Awesome.
If we've got overstock like this, we'll definitely cut you a deal.
there you go. Can't beat that. Baker, you're watching. When is Friday Night Lights? I'm sure you've set the date. So just to ask you about that. All right, what we got here? Oh, this is sharp looking.
Yeah, it's one of the new polos I got. It's Ojo.
How neat. I
Yeah.
think it's soft.
Yeah, it's soft. It's really popular. I see them all over the place. So
Put anything on that right here too. Couldn't you?
that's exactly right. So I can do embroidery. I can do heat press on that. Or you can come get it blank. I mean, you don't have to have something put on it. So
So if you put Tom Taylor Sports on it, what would you put? Sublimated or what's the other options?
either embroidery or heat press, vinyl press.
I like that. It's charcoal. Double X. That's
I get
excellent.
double X.
Get double X and put a Tom Taylor Sports on there for me.
Right.
So
I didn't know you
I don't
liked
even-
that shirt.
I don't even like him coming down here anymore because every time he comes, I'm spending money.
But I got you looking sharp.
You do look at me look sharp. I will say that. And I love I love my little rotating sign here. I love that. Coming up next, the big guy's in here. Looking forward to talking to him about VBS. Hard to believe.
Oh man, it's already time.
It's like a day was Christmas. I mean, we're talking, Memorial Day weekend coming up, Vacation Bible School.
Yep.
We're 98 days to football. I mean, it's like,
Oh, I know.
so, anyway. By the way, tomorrow, if you want to pay respects to a great gentleman, Coach Duggar's funeral's tomorrow at our church in Pleasant Beach. The visitation's from noon to 4, and the service will be at 4 o'clock. And our pastor, who's going to do a great job, he always does, will be some of the folks involved in the service. Well, this is cool. Now, what's this called?
That's a polo for the ladies. So it's a
really?
ladies cut. Yep. So I mean, most of the time we just everybody ends up just doing the man's cut or unisex, but that is actually specifically designed for women. It fits a woman better. It feels better for a woman, and we can get that in a lot of different styles. That's just a style we happen to have. So
When you go to the football game in August and September, it's a steam bath. This will feel good. This is lightweight.
and, I mean, you can almost see the way you can see through it a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, not in a bad way. So, but just you breathe real good. Very lightweight.
Because that Sun Beach on those aluminum bleachers,
Oh, God.
it's a steam bath.
Yeah.
This is very lightweight, very cool,
Mhm.
and it wicks, right?
Oh yeah.
So there you go. There's that one. Lots of options, folks. Just telling you what we've got. We've got a few more
Yeah.
4
and these right
pasta rolls
here,
in here.
These are all the same shirts, but I just wanted to bring different colors. This is a district perfect try T-shirt. So,
All these?
Yep.
Okay.
So we've got the charcoal,
Okay.
got the black,
Okay. All right.
the maroon,
Maroon. All right.
and we have an orange. We only had a few in stock, so I left those at the stores. But you can come in. Those are $16, and then you can put a transfer on it, whatever you want. We put name and number on the back for extra charge. And they're very comfortable, very lightweight. So
Can't beat it, folks. I got a couple more here I want to
Yeah.
show.
this right here is a Bella Canva workout shirt for women.
Oh, really? Okay.
So
All
that's
right.
one Bree keeps on ordering because she likes them so well, and she tells me I'm our best customer.
Oh, really? That'd be your wife.
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna be in trouble for that.
Yeah. Well, you're in trouble all the way around.
Yeah, well,
Just don't get on Julie, because if you get on Julie,
Oh,
that's
God. She stays on me.
yeah, that's true. Well,
All right, and here we got raincoats now.
I
This
love
one
it.
right here is an Ojo raincoat.
Oh man, that is lightweight. That feels good.
It's it's raincoat, so I mean they cost right. That one right there is 108.
Right? Man, that is nice though.
It is, and it's got plenty of storage. It's got a pocket on the back. I don't know if you put your gun back there or what, but it's got a pocket on the
Yeah.
lower back.
Can they see it on the screen?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Very nice. So again, you can go to the website.
Yep.
And order pretty much what you want and design your own design.
Yep.
Website is.
BrummettSportShop.com.
Yep. And hours are open.
10 to 5 Monday through Friday and 10 to 2 on Saturday.
Social media.
Brummett Sports Shop on Facebook and Instagram, and our what's that thing called? Email address is brummets1945@gmail.com.
There you go. One of our great sponsors, again, of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. So, not this Friday, or not next Friday, but the Friday after, June the 6th, we'll be celebrating our 2300 show. 2300 show. 23, I didn't say it right. 2300th show, which is pretty cool. And you'll be here.
Yeah.
Oh, in 2 Fridays. We'll have a little party, a little celebration. That's a
That'd be good.
lot of yapping. 10 years worth of shows at 2300. Well, our goal was 2,500. After that, I don't know what I'm going to do. Somebody said, let's go do 3,000. You can retire. I'm thinking, 3,000? It's another 10 years. So, but anyway, we'll be here on Monday with 2291. Great job. Things are going well.
Going well.
Yep. Be loyal, buy local, and buy it in Betsy, and buy it from Brummett Sports Shop. They can ship anywhere in the country. And they
Right.
do. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You're awesome. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. He's here. We're going to talk Tennessee softball and Tennessee baseball. And I'm going to ask him, too, does Pete Rose deserve to be in the Hall of Fame? Because he got reinstated this week. We'll do all that next year on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, live at Food City in Elizabethton.
After a long, hard day at work, all you want to do is relax at home, right? But how can you possibly relax when your home's not comfortable? If you want to feel more comfortable at home, give Advanced Heat Pump Systems a call today. With over 30 years of experience and the most innovative solutions, you can rest assured that Advanced Heat Pump Systems will make your home more comfortable. Give them a call today, 926-2665, or visit them online at advancedheatpump.com.
We're proud to help our region move forward and help reopen every business we can.
Sports, the Eagle Center, downtown Elizabethton, great antique store. Why come shop at the Eagle Center?
We just have so many unique things that tell a story, that add character to your home and conversation, and there's something new to look at every single day. Every time you come in, you won't see the same thing twice, and it's just a good place to shop for those unique gifts.
What's the saying you always use, the cliche?
Things tell a story when people no longer can.
That's it.
We have a building full of things that are just dying to tell stories.
Absolutely. 2 floors, over 50 vendors. Hours are open.
We're open 10 to 5 Monday through Saturday.
Closed on Sundays for the Lord's Day.
That's right.
And you have gift cards too, right?
We have gift cards available.
Yep. The Eagle Center, downtown Elizabeth, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Be loyal, buy local, and shop at the Eagle Center in downtown Elizabethton.
Thank you, Tom.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. So I think I just sold a plant.
That purple plant, I need it. I got a little potted plant. I was just noticing the other day needs a little help, and something my wife got last year.
Got one on the front porch that died. I thought this would be a perfect thing to take out there with it.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So
I got to read all about it because I don't have a green thumb.
Well,
so I got to move that price tag. See if is it got to have sunlight or Tom, plants. Some of them have direct sunlight. Some of them have shade. And
oh, okay.
You didn't know I was a horticulturalist.
No, I did not know that. Why don't you buy one of these? Because she don't have to water this thing. It's a bonsai plant. I mean, you just put it.
Well, because Judah would be inside throwing them rocks all over my house and be bonsai all right. Then we'd have to do some bonsai talking.
Have a little
that would
talk.
Be good.
How old is Judah now?
Judah's just over 2. So just
the terrible 2s are in.
He's doing okay right now.
Right now. So Judah would
I
grab
think some people talk about the 3s being worse than the 2s. I don't know. We'll just have to see.
He'd grab those gravels and sling them. So there you go. So while you're looking at it, let me just go ahead and show them.
Lavender must be brought inside, kept in a cool, bright area.
Look at this. This is gorgeous, man.
That is.
This is always the segment I always say, if you don't believe there's a God, this is all. Anytime we do the flowers here at Food City, because we made all these in one day.
It's pretty amazing.
It is amazing.
And the cat care instructions here with it too. I'll help you with your Food City commercial.
That's it. You can come buy that one. I'm gonna get that myself because that thing is really neat.
It is in full bloom.
So we're gonna talk sports in a second, but we talk about this all the time. You look at a perfect world that God made. We breathe oxygen. Plants put off what? Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide.
They need oxygen.
Right.
Perfect. He knew exactly what he's doing. We think we know it all. No. It says in Isaiah, my ways not your ways. So it's just, he has been, you need to go back and listen to Sunday night, you were on it. You've been on about every night. Hello, sir. How you doing? Sunday night, you were on it. Wednesday night, in the book of Job, you were on it. That was good. I say on it being just really, really, really good. So, and I don't see how he does it. I was telling before he said I don't see how any pastor does it because it's like this all the time, constantly. There's the highs, and then you have like tomorrow with with Coach Duggar's funeral, and the guy he's in glory. We know that, but still, you have to pick up the pieces and go. So it can be very, not just for Mark Fowler, it can be demanding for everybody.
It can
all
be
pastors.
demanding for a lot of pastors, and
Sure.
it depends on, if you pastor a church. I don't come on here to talk about philosophy of ministry, but if you pastor a church that you care about, it does wear on you, and you wear on the highs and the lows, and
But you care about your people.
and then you take a situation where some people, then the other people going through tough times with cancer, or maybe they're having a hard time with their children, or
Yep.
and then you got other kids, and you wish you could spend more time with there. But like right now, I'm thinking about a little t-ball season and a little baseball season, and some of them, they live in that life soccer, and it's a fun little time.
Yeah. Now, has Judah started playing ball? Has he picked up a ball yet?
He throws the ball around the house.
Yeah.
He knows the difference between it, but he's.
Is he allowed to throw it around the house? Is he being?
Well, he's allowed to throw it at Mimi and Pop's house.
There you go.
No, he can't throw strong enough to hurt the things we've got.
Okay.
He tries to dribble the basketball, but he's going to be left-handed, which I don't know. I mean,
So when he gets a little older and starts being a little rambunctious in the Fowler home, would Mrs. Fowler be okay with that? It'll be things like, don't throw that over there. I mean, is it okay?
It's okay. Now, I have a different philosophy. I don't know how you get on this. I think it takes a man to raise a boy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know there's a lot of single moms doing a great job doing everything they can, but that's why I think it's important that you put them around godly influence and just a man's influence. And so, like the other day, the first time he rode my zero turn, he's a little scared,
Mm-hmm.
And the next time he wasn't real sure, and I think Mimi would have probably not made him do it. I'm like, come on. Well, then now he loves it. The other day I was on Greg's tractor. We was doing some work around the house, and he wanted to ride the tractor. So now he loves it. And sometimes it's hard for women. They want to protect them, but really, God put something in a man to help him become a man. You remind these ladies a lot of times, and there's nothing like the mother's love. I mean, I was close to my mother. She's in heaven now, but there's nothing like a mother's love. But a mother's love is protection a lot of times. But a man looks at that boy and said, well, he's going to have to be a provider. And so
you're right on.
I tell these mamas, I said, don't forget you're raising somebody else's husband.
Good way to look
so
at it.
you don't want a husband too soft, do you?
No.
There's a difference between being tender and soft.
There is.
Everybody can have a tender side, but we got a lot of soft men in today's world. But
yep, we do. Now, will you encourage him to play? We're talking about his grandson. I haven't got on Judah. He's going to play basketball, football, whatever he
I
wants?
really don't.
You don't care?
I don't care.
No.
I really don't care.
Well, you were a basketball.
I was a basketball, and I played basketball and baseball growing up, but I don't care if he does or doesn't.
Yeah, there you go. You'll love him just the same.
Well, what most people miss about sports is it's a great tool, but it's a terrible idol.
Hey, hit that bell.
Yeah. And so
his sermon. Let me get on this real quick, and we'll get into why he's here. We'll talk about Pete Rose in a minute and some Tennessee softball and baseball. But it was Sunday night. He's talking about different things going on in our society, and do you need to go to church, and why you need to go to church. And so, and what made me think of that is we make sports. We find up, and you said this, and you're right. We find every reason in the world not to make it to the church house. We got a ball game. We've got travel ball. We got this. We got that. I'm not throwing off on sports, but that is a big idol in this country. And so you laid it out scripturally why we should be in church, and I thought it was awesome. So there you go.
Well, the principle is this: if you study the Bible, we need more of the Lord and more of the Lord's word, not the least we can get by with.
Especially this day and time. Yep.
And I personally believe Sunday's special. Not everybody holds that opinion, but if you see the Lord's Day, and the book of Revelation talks about it, and pattern in the New Testament church, they met together on Sundays to celebrate the resurrected Lord and to sing and to preach and to worship together. So
go back on Facebook and watch. Sunday night would have been May the 12th.
Well, this is the 18th, so it would have been this Sunday's the 18th, so it would have been the 11th.
11th. So go back and watch Sunday night, May the 11th. He's spot on. So, all right. Pete Rose, they have lifted the ban. Here's the thing. Everything was dead in the water with this guy, Pete Rose. Of course, he passed away back in October at the age of 83. But everything was till Rob Manfred went and met with President Trump. And Trump said, I'm going to ban him or pardon him from his financial difficulties he ran into with taxes and all that. you probably need to think about reinstating him for the Baseball Hall of Fame. There was nothing said about this till President Trump, with his influence, got Rob Manfred to thinking, so they've lifted the ban on Pete Rose and Sheila's Joe Jackson, both of which are gone. Pete said, just as recently as September last year before he passed away, to wait till I'm gone, and then they're going to lift the ban and put me in the Hall of Fame. So this is the first step. Doesn't guarantee you, because the Hall of Fame is a separate entity than Major League Baseball. They're under the same umbrella, but they kind of spin their own wheels. So my question to you is that right, wrong? We grew up in the era watching Pete Rose, so does he deserve to be in the Hall of Fame?
Well, from a baseball perspective, yes. It's a kind of a gray area. It's not an easy answer, because you know people cheated with steroids and performance enhancement, and you know, did they try to make an example out of him? I mean,
and he openly admitted. Now here's the key. Here's the linchpin of the whole thing. He openly admitted in his autobiography that he gambled on baseball, and that's a no-no. Now the argument is now that you can go anywhere with this DraftKings, all these other gambling things. I was at the restaurant the other night. It says up on there, it said, let's see, how did it say it? Spend $10 and get $100. And I'm thinking all they're trying to do is hook you and rope you into.
That's all they're trying to do.
Yeah.
I mean, you listen to people talk about it all the time. People gamble away their 401ks and gamble away their max out their credit cards gambling. So,
yep.
And you can't watch a game you can't watch a baseball game in particular without all you hear about is fantasy and betting.
Yep.
And it's really like they don't care if player X gets a hit to win the game. They care because what did they bet for him or against him to get the hit that night? Did they? And it's like, gambling and fantasy sports are driving everything.
So, having said that, it's so out in the open now. So then you go, okay, well then is it all that bad what Pete did? Because now you go to a college football game, you have kiosks on campuses now, I've been told, where you can actually gamble at the site of the ball, and Major League Baseball too. So I don't know, but he has been lifted, he and Sheila's Joe Jackson. And so we'll see if he gets the next step to be the selection committee will put him on the ballot. It would be 2027 at the earliest to have Pete Rose in.
They'll let him in. I mean, the truth is they'll let him in.
Think so?
And, I think it'll just, it's kind of, I mean, just in society today, they're going to let him in.
Yeah. All right, so we have coming up, it's Cowboy theme. It's the coolest, this is me talking. He ain't telling me to say it. He's, I'm a member of his church. An old boy can shuck the corn. Well, I don't know about that. I always say, did a great job, though. I don't know about that, but he does. He does a wonderful job. The Lord's blessing him left and right, as is our church. But anyway, here's the Cowboy theme, Pioneering God's Truth, ages 4 years to 6th grades.
Well, that actually goes all the way through high school, but yes, sir.
Pioneering God's Truth, VBS. It's a Western Cowboy theme.
It's a Western Cowboy thing for the kids, and then the teens run their own program, but it is, and and then so we do it a couple different ways. You have the whole theme in the auditorium, and you'll have a Bible story that night, and then there'll be skits and lots of fun things, and bring visitors, and so that'll all be a Western theme. And then in the classrooms they'll be decorated, and this year in the classrooms they'll learn about the life of Christ and his birth and his death and some of the miracles, and so that's emphasis in the classroom. And so then they'll have a game time where they can, Lord willing, go outside. Always the first week of June there's a chance of thunderstorms, and then we have a snack, and then snacks are not. They're not Kool-Aid and cupcake.
No.
They're like Kool-Aid and what's them little vanilla wafers? Them little, you know what I'm talking about. That's what we had in Bible school.
Yeah.
And then we thought we was living high on the hog, because on Friday night we used to get them snow cones, and that was one of them old machines. They just push that down in there. Them chunks of ice is it'd be a choking hazard in today's world. And then some little lady give you one little pump of syrup.
Oh, that's all you got.
I know. I'm like,
come on now.
Come on, you can do better than that. But we got some pretty serious snacks. I don't know what everything is. Usually, sometimes homemade donuts. Usually, a tacos one night. And,
You remember the little plastic? I think back when I was getting a seal test ice cream, a little plastic thing. You had a little wooden spoon.
You got.
Oh, son, that was high on the hog there to be half melted when you got it. So.
We didn't have all that marble slab.
No,
mix some flavors in
chocolate
there.
vanilla.
You had chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry, and the wild people ate that Neapolitan. Had all three flavors in it. I can't believe you got me riled up here.
Yeah. See, he's from Campbell County originally. I'm from West Virginia, so there's a correlation.
People don't understand it.
No.
I mean, I told somebody this week, I don't remember what it was. Where I grew up, they were talking about eating out. I said, when I grew up, there was not a sit-down restaurant. I don't think people understand this. Like, Ryan's and KFC was fine dining.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the top of the food chain.
You got it. And McDonald's. But, you know, we had the Blue Law when I was a kid. Been a while, obviously. But everything was closed on Sunday. You went home and you had the Sunday dinner after Sunday church with the family. And I think it's obviously very much missing in our society because you sit down and across the table, and sometimes it was good. Sometimes you got quizzed about what you did, or how's your grades doing, or who shot the neighbors went out with a BB gun. So there was.
I read a book about it was a pastor. It was his memoir, and he was older and he's telling the stories, and he talked about his wife. They're like, what in the world did your children turn out, and how did you do this? Mm-hmm. And I don't think I ever forget. She said we had a rule at our house. We had one meal together every day. Mm-hmm. And I thought, man, that's good. Because then she went on to say this. She says, to form pearls, it takes time.
It's awesome.
And I don't know if I'll ever forget that quote. Just the influence you can have with your kids, and people are so busy today, and
Well, the Marine would say, tell me one thing you learned today at school. You better not just say, well, we had fun. You better have a specific thing you learned. Every night at supper table, what'd you learn? So, what'd you learn at school today? Tell me something you learned. Oh, okay, share with me what you learned, and you better know.
Hey, one time, would you tell him I learned not to talk in class?
Sunday school lesson. Get home Sunday after church. What y'all boys learn in Sunday school day? I want to know what's going on. Because he wanted to know. Mm-hmm. And then, you remember the old hand-cranked homemade ice cream?
I remember them, but...
Remember? You ever got a chance to crack it?
For once, I think, when I was young.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was... We used to fight over that, sit beside Granddad and fight over getting who got to put the rock salt in and crank out the old homemade ice cream.
Yeah,
yeah. That's country there.
Yeah, we had electric by the time it got real good.
Okay. That was a good one. That was a good comeback.
TVA had already come through and built those dams, Tom. Gave us power back in the hollers.
Back in the hollers. So we'd love for you to come be a part of this.
And they can go online, by the way, the Facebook page, Pleasant Beach Facebook, and they can register their child. And like I said, it goes all the way through high school. The Western theme just for the younger children, and high school have their own program. Middle school and high school have their own program. So we're looking forward to that. That's first week in June. That starts Sunday night. Give me those dates again. I think they're on here somewhere. June 1st
to the 5th.
Through the 5th. So that's Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night from 6:30 to 8:30. And we have a great time together. And
they do it right.
Great emphasis on young people, and really thankful for it. We have a great group of workers, and honestly, it's best. I've never been to a Bible school that had so many good, just solid workers, and I appreciate that in the organization. And the Lord's just blessed in a great way there. So it's a good opportunity. Even if you don't have a church home, maybe you've never been before, come. Even if you go to church somewhere else, we're welcome to come. We'd love to have your kids.
And it's secure and it's safe. We have a security team, and so when your child will come, if you're not a member of our church, you don't have to worry. We'd love for you to come too, parents, but if you just want to drop your kid off, your youngster off, you will know that they're taken care of and everything is...
Yes. We try to do everything we can, the check-in systems and all the things you can, and so...
So we are getting ready for softball today. Tennessee's got the best out of three. No, I'm sorry, this is double elimination. They're regional, then it's super regional best of three. So they got Tennessee, North Carolina, Ohio State, and Miami of Ohio. They think they play Miami of Ohio first year today. In fact, they start at 1:30. So have you been following much Lady Vols?
I just know they got the regional and super regional.
Yeah.
I've been watching the Rangers, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
so
they're playing it.
They are.
Evan Carter's getting it done. Now, I'm partial because I'm a homer from Elizabethton, but I looked at the standings. These guys have won 5 in a row. Let's see, let me double check here. They've won 5. The Rangers have won 5. Where are we? 6 in a row and 7 out of 10. They're now, since he's come on board, they're half game out of Seattle, who's lost 7 out of 10. The Rangers continue their series with the Houston Astros. They've got Lance McCullers tonight, and the Rangers have Nathan Eovaldi. And Evan Carter's knocking the cover off the ball. And, again, he jump-started him 2 years ago in postseason. I mean, Bruce Bochy will tell you it was Evan Carter really kind of sparked our team. We were got it done for, and he sparked it. I think he's sparking it this year. He has such a great attitude. You around him?
I've enjoyed watching him,
Yeah.
and obviously, and he made a great catch last night. The night before, worked a big walk, and then ended up scoring off the next. I think Berger hit a double the next night. I haven't watched this much baseball since I was a kid watching the Braves.
So do you have a package, MLB package?
I do.
Or just bought the Rangers? You just got the
MLB last year or 2 years ago when he got called up, I watched it.
Yeah.
And I hadn't watched baseball in forever since the '90s when the Braves were good.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't watch it last year when he was hurt, not playing. But then I started watching it this year. I mean, I kept up with him a little bit in AAA, and now like the last few when those games started at 8:05. By that time, I'm home and ready to watch it. So I've watched it, and so yeah, keep up with it.
So you look at what he did. Look what the Lord did with Evan Carter on national television. One interview, he had that Jesus One shirt on because it was underneath his jersey. He took his jersey off, got interviewed. Look what it's done. They have sold thousands of these shirts all over the world. Jesus One, started by Evan and Kaylin Carter from right here in Elizabethton, and it's been a grassroots thing that just kind of evolved, and the Lord took and ran with it. And I mean, there's been people that got saved off these shirts. It's amazing.
Amazing story. So
yeah, which means he can take this lavender flower, he can take this bell, he can take anything to help the Holy Spirit get somebody saved.
he can use it.
Yeah.
He can.
Yep. So Tennessee football, or let's go baseball. Tennessee baseball playing down in Arkansas this weekend. They're struggling a little bit, but they're trying to get, because the tournament is next week down in Hoover, Alabama. They got a new format. Top 4 get automatic double bye, but you got to be, I think it's a top 8 to get in the tournament. It's single elimination, I think, where I read that. So they're right in the middle. They're about 7th or 8th right now, so they're struggling a little bit.
They're struggling a little bit. They were early in the year, I think, all the way up to the top, and then. But the SEC baseball's tough.
Mm-hmm. It is tough.
I mean,
very, very tough. And so Arkansas, Texas A&M, who am I leaving off? LSU, Georgia. They're all very
South
good.
Carolina, I think, upset about that. I mean, it's a lot of serious.
It's a grind
It
every
is.
weekend.
Every week you got to be ready to play.
So college sports, I'm going to let you be the commissioner here in a second. So Trump's in Tuscaloosa, the president, to give commencement. He and Saban get together. He said, we need to start a commission on college sports. He said he may tap Saban being the commissioner. That's kind of what I'm hearing. But it needs help, needs fixed. I'm going to turn it over to you. You're now the commissioner. You're going to try and fix NIL, the transfer portal. What would you do?
Well, I think the problem right now is there's just no structure.
Mm-hmm.
And
No
so
guardrails.
I think whatever that looks like, I mean, in my mind, if it was me, you're going to have to do some kind of salary cap and just say, okay, if you're a Power 5, you can't spend any more than this. And, and that's all you can spend on offense. I mean, This is it. And however that looks. I mean,
However you want to stretch
I
it.
think it's going to have to almost go back to the old scholarships. Like you can give this kid a full scholarship, but if you do, you only get so many of them. And if you want to give this kid a partial, like they do on the lower level NAI and some of that other stuff, that's the way they did it. They a lot of their scholarships that way. So I think you're going to eventually have to get,
I think you're right there.
something going on. And then the transfer portal, the thing that I hate about it is, I just think it's so damaging for when these things open. It's like, they could be in the NCAA tournament and this kid's leaving, or they've been waiting on the playoffs or the bowl season. And it's just like, it's like somebody said, yeah, this is a good idea, but they didn't think it all the way through.
Yep.
And so now they're going to have to backtrack a little bit.
So you got this $2.8 billion sitting out there. I'm going to let you go. $2.8 billion sitting out there waiting for it to be dispersed to any athlete from 2015 up. Okay, so everybody thinks they're going to get rich. I keep thinking, okay, $2.8 billion. You have every Division I athlete that's played since 2015, which is 10 years, guys and girls. As I said yesterday on the show, then you get into, I think, what's going to happen. Then you go, okay, Tom Taylor played for Marshall, where I went to school. Tom Taylor got married to Betty Sue. Tom died. He's got kids. We want a cut of the action. Tom was married to Betty Sue, got divorced, got kids with her. She's remarried, but we want, because when he was an athlete, I was married to him or dating, whatever. I mean, you get a good enough attorney, look out. I think you can get about anything you want. So I just see this being, it looks like maybe by the time you get done with it, you're going to get $50. I'm going to get 50. I mean, I don't see
Yeah.
I just don't see everybody. I think everybody thinks you're going to get rich. But $2.8 billion, every Division I athlete at every male and female athlete at every Division I school for 10 years, it ain't going to go very far.
No,
That's a lot of hands out going,
I think you might be able to go to Applebee's on Friday night. that's about the extent of that one's going to be.
So, but you're exactly right. They got to do something.
They got to draw some lines,
They
and
have to.
I know the NCAA oversight got so overbearing that they tried to back off a little bit, and they didn't want to get into this realm. But somebody's got to do something.
Yeah. Tomorrow, we will see him doing what he does best, and that's helping people that's hurting. We will see Coach Duggar's funeral tomorrow, the viewing from noon to 4 at Pleasant Beach. The funeral's at 4. So you've had Coach Duggar, you had Pastor Stout a couple of months back. So, and every pastor does this.
Every pastor goes through this.
Yeah.
I read sometime, and I don't know if it's true, but I read that that most people have, I don't know if it was 6 or 7 deaths that affected them greatly in the course of their lifetime. And then they said, a pastor could have that in a year. And so that's just
Absolutely. With your congregation.
And and sometimes you wonder, like I enjoy playing golf, I enjoy doing fun things, like I've enjoyed the mental break of watching the Rangers, and I enjoyed the whole thing. But sometimes you wonder why pastors sometimes are so heavy-minded, and it is just because we are dealing with not just preaching about eternity, but we're watching people enter into eternity.
Yep.
And then you turn over here and you look at people that seem to be giving it no fault.
Yeah.
And then, like, well, that pastor's just a stick in the mud. No, he's saying, you don't understand, but your day's coming.
Yeah.
And you don't get to pick when it happens, how quickly it happens. And his days are appointed. Job, we talked about that Wednesday night. There's a verse in Job talks about it, that they're determined, they're appointed before. And so every now and then, sometimes pastors like, he's just serious-minded because sometimes that's just the world he lives in.
He's got a lot on him. All pastors do. All right, one more thing. The coolest thing when I was a kid, I got to go to church camp. I loved church camp. We got church camp coming up 16th to the 20th, is that right?
16th to the 20th for the teens, and I believe it is the week after that for the juniors, but 16th to the 20th teens. We come together with a couple other churches. We go down to Camp Fairview in Sweetwater, Athens area, and we have a great time together.
Yeah. So if you don't have a church home, we would love for you to
We'd
visit.
love for you to come visit. We've got something literally for every age group, beginning nursery and preschool, and then we have children's classes and youth and adults, and then in morning service we all start together, and then the kids leave, go to their junior church, and so the choir, and then we've got an old-fashioned gospel choir which we love, and so we enjoy it. And then we've been preaching through the book of John on Sunday mornings. Enjoy the last couple of weeks when you think about Mary. We're in Lazarus, raising of Lazarus, John 11, but the delays and disappointments when you think the Lord should have done it a different way, and that's kind of been the theme of the first part of that chapter. And then I'll go ahead and tell you now. I'll let you in. But the end of that story is God uses that in other people's lives, and sometimes we miss the thought what we're going through. We're just so hurt that we miss that God can use it in other people's lives, and so we just got to learn to trust Him because we don't see the end from the beginning like He does.
I listen to sermons all the time. Adrian Rogers, Charles Stanley, Billy Graham, Bobby Stout, D.L. From Texas. Gosh, just went blank. Just talked to him the other day. Talked about him the other day. Anyway, this man spoke about Mary and Martha. It says, if, even now. That was awesome.
Even now. Yeah.
If
he said, if thou had been here, our brother had not died. But even now.
Even now.
I know whatsoever thou ask, it shall be done.
So you have to go back and listen to the sermon, but he talked to me. He keyed on that for a couple of minutes, which is good stuff. Good meat to chew on there.
You have to have even now faith in the midst of your disappointments.
It's a good way to end it. So just a couple good. Are we going to a UT football game this year?
If you get me free good tickets.
Okay. What is definition? I can get you some free ones. What is the definition of good?
Well, it depends on how hot or how cold it is. If it's like August the 30th, I'm not sitting in the sun.
Let's see who they're playing.
If it's like,
let's look at
if it's November the 6th,
yeah,
and it's 15 degrees outside, I'm probably not sitting in the upper decks.
Let's look it up here real quick. See who they got. Because I know we're not going Tennessee football schedule. Here we go. I can tell you right now, Syracuse is I think it's a neutral site. ETSU, I'm out of town. Let's see what we got here. Georgia, probably not going to get tickets for Georgia. UAB, University of Alabama, Birmingham. Does that do anything for?
That doesn't do much for me.
See, now he wants free tickets and good tickets, and he's going to pick the team.
Well, I was just going to say, once you've gone to an SEC matchup,
yeah,
it's
you got
hard
it. It's kind of
now
Arkansas maybe on October
if you
11th?
get tickets, I tell you, if you get tickets to UAB, just
You'll
take
go.
one of your kids.
Oh,
let them see the band.
That's it. Oklahoma. I'll tell you a story in a minute. We get finished up. Oklahoma, probably can't get tickets to that. New Mexico State. I'm not going to go to New Mexico State. Vanderbilt, it may be a good one.
Vanderbilt sometimes is a good one, and it's usually Thanksgiving weekend. It just depends on what you got going on with
Let's
family.
shoot for Arkansas. See if we can get tickets to Arkansas game on October the 11th. I'll work on that. So here's what we do. We go to the first time I've ever been to a UT game. It's a great story. And I go. We've documented this before, but the game is down on this end of the field, and he's jacked up. He's into it, and of course, what I learned about Tom Taylor was if I'm not calling a game, I can't watch a game. I'm just not focused. I'm watching the birds fly. I'm watching this over here. If I'm calling the game on the headsets, which will be 14 Friday nights tonight, we're back on it, ready to go. I'm all about it. I'm dialed in. So we're watching the game. It's a Florida game. 2 years ago, guess what? He's jacked up, and man, this is good, and we're driving for it. So he's looking this way where the game is, and I'm over here watching this couple down the student section. They're in a fight, and so she ultimately throws these nachos all over her boyfriend, whoever it was. And so I'm watching this whole thing, and he's going, "You're not even paying attention. You don't like this, do you? You're not having fun, are you?" I said, "Pastor, I'm loving this. This is great." He said, "But the game's over here. You're not paying any attention because you're into it."
He's watching the people. He thought, okay, we had a pretty good lead. I don't know if we had a two touchdowns and a field goal lead. And so in his mind, it was all over.
It was over with.
But I tried to explain to him, if you've been watching Tennessee play Florida as long as I have, you got to watch till the bitter end because you just never know what's going to happen.
This is what he said.
I mean, we watched the catch that wasn't a catch. We watched we've watched Florida break our hearts so many times. So we just have to stay. We have to watch. We have to not get too excited. We have to not get too overconfident.
You're making me cry.
Well, then they scored and got an onside kick or something. I said, "See, I told you."
I said, "Pastor, this game's over." He said, "Whoa!" He went out there. You went, "Whoa!" Hold on there, Cowboy.
Yeah,
it ain't ever over.
It ain't ever over when you play
football.
Florida, Tennessee football. I mean, Tennessee football has broken your heart more Saturdays than anything else. So
this guy's 6'5", 10 something goes, "Whoa! It ain't over yet." Everybody looks up at him.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
We had a good time.
We did have a good time.
We'll work on Arkansas.
We'll work on Arkansas.
All right. See you tomorrow.
I'll see you, Lord willing, sometime tomorrow.
We'll be praying him up because that's tough. Coach Duggar's funeral tomorrow at our church. Again, visitations noon to 4. Funeral is at 4 o'clock tomorrow at Pleasant Beach. So we'll be there and paying our respects to a gentleman who certainly loved the Lord, loved this man, loved the church, loved a lot of people. Cannot tell you how many times we were at Chick-fil-A every Monday doing my show, and here he comes, and it's like traveling to Elvis. He would come sit down, people just come and say, "Hey, did you hear about my cousin getting married?" He knew everybody. It's like traveling to Elvis. And then Duggar knew everybody. So we're going to miss him, but he's in glory, and so we need to pick up the pieces for Diane and the family. So we'll do that tomorrow, and you'll do a great job. I already know that.
Well, just pray for wisdom and strength, and God will be honored and glorified in what we do.
You got it. So Arkansas, October the 11th. Mo is, you don't really care. You don't really care about this game, do you? I said, "It's over." Whoa.
No, it ain't over.
Whoa.
It ain't ever over.
What is it? What's your little catch line say? What does he say? Hang on, Cowboy?
I don't remember exactly what I said. I just know, but when back in the glory days of the 90s, we'd be a top 5 team. They'd be a top 5 team. Some way they I mean, I've seen I mean, I have seen it. I was there the night. I don't even remember who it was. We kicked that field goal like in so many overtime, and I mean that place was pretty electric.
He makes me go to a Dollar General because it was colored.
You wanted a poncho or something, or an orange shirt. I can't even remember what it was now. That old boy's changing oil in the parking lot.
He says because it was color coded, the sections we had to wear orange.
Oh, orange and white. Yeah, they were checkered. It was checkered kneeling.
Checkered kneeling. And so he said, "You got to get an orange shirt." I don't have an orange shirt. We're going to get an orange shirt. You're wearing an orange shirt. Okay. We went into the Dollar General. I'm not even sure where it's at. It was
Sutherland Avenue.
somewhere in Knoxville. We pull up, and this guy's got his car up on those little portable things. He's changing the oil in the parking lot of Dollar General. So I go in, and this lady says, "You're Trace Adkins, aren't you?" I said, "No." "You gonna sing for me, honey?" I said, "I'll tell you what. You give me that shirt half price, I'll sing whatever you want to sing." "Well, I can't do that. Will you sing for me?" So I come out, and he says. He wouldn't go in with me, of course. He said, "You're going to get that shirt. Hurry up." I said, "Okay." Okay. So I come back out. I said, "This lady wanted me to sing to you." He said, "I ain't believing this." He puts it in reverse. I said, "I'm telling you the truth. She wanted me to sing. She thought I was Trace Adkins." And he said, "Just put the shirt on. We're going to the game."
Well, we made it.
We did.
We made it.
We haven't been back since. I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
We're going to Arkansas. We're going to find this Arkansas team. They're going to be good.
They got to be decent. Well, I mean, yeah, I just mean not the top 3 or 4 rows. Front of the upper deck. Have you ever sat in the upper deck up there?
No.
Front of the upper deck's pretty cool because you hear everything. I mean, you know, the crowd noise.
Every time he comes, I end up crying, laughing. So
well,
enjoy your rest of your day.
So you make fun of me. I will try to enjoy it. It's almost lunchtime. We've worked a good half a day on Friday. Hey, I wouldn't want to be around here at Food City on Friday afternoon.
Oh, it gets intense. They move the products.
I'm getting a little crowd anxious now. I better go.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll talk Major League Baseball next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
These are the hands that planted the seed and pulled the weeds and fixed the engine and harvested the crop and loaded the truck. But of all these hands do, nothing is more important than being a good neighbor. From the farm to Food City, local produce is all in a day's work.
You know, the funny part about him is he doesn't try to be funny. That's the best part. I mean, he's trying to be serious. I'm over just laughing like an idiot. So, oh, he's a good one. Pastor Fowler, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church. All right, let's take a look at Major League Baseball. It's rivalry weekend. Gosh, got me crying. I never get crying on the air. Every time he comes, we go back to that. And I'm not making any of this up. I go into the Dollar General. I'm not even sure. Somewhere in Knoxville. I don't know where we were. And he said, you're going to wear an orange shirt. I don't want to wear an orange shirt. You're wearing an orange shirt. It's checker kneeling, whatever they call it. So I had to go find an orange shirt. So we wheel into this Dollar General. We pull in this guy's got his car up on the racks, these little portable car racks, whatever you want to call it. And he's changing the oil in the parking lot of the Dollar General. I'm thinking, what in the Sam Hill we got into here now? So anyway, I went in. The lady thought I was Trace Adkins and wanted me to sing to her, and just he's a piece of work. He's fun to hang with. He's a phenomenal pastor. All right, so rivalry weekend. So he said he got the store. He's went over to get lunch. He said, I'm hungry in the Bear Cub. You go get him that and the Dr. Nuff. He loves Dr. Nuff. Rivalry games. Who's playing where? Cincinnati's got Cleveland tonight. Our other regional team, of course, the Braves will be in Boston. We told you that. It'll be Chris Sale for the Atlanta Braves, and I went blank on the Red Sox starter, but Sale for the Braves tonight. Oh, gosh, I'll look it up here in a second. I thought I was going to try to do it, impress you by memory. I got Nathan Eovaldi for the Rangers and Lance McCullers for the Astros. I can't remember who the Boston Red Sox are starting tonight. I'll look it up here in a second. White Sox will be against the Cubbies. That's at Wrigley, coming up at 2:20, which is not that far away. Everything else under the lights. Rivalry weekend, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh and Philadelphia battling for the bragging rights of Pennsylvania, Washington and Baltimore. The Mets and the Yankees in the Subway Series at Yankee Stadium this weekend. Detroit will be at Toronto. Tampa Bay will play Miami, the obvious, in Florida. St. Louis and Kansas City, two big Midwest rivalries in Kansas City. Houston and Texas, game 2 of that series again tonight with Evan Carter in center field. Minnesota plays in Milwaukee this weekend. Hello, Annalise. Hello. That's good. She hates when I do that. Seattle and San Diego. You have Colorado and Arizona, the Angels and the Dodgers in L.A. at Dodger Stadium, and the Athletics in San Francisco. So it's rivalry weekend in Major League Baseball. Let's run down the standings, let you know where they are going into the weekend series. In the American League East, Yankees lead the Red Sox in Toronto by 4. Yankees have won 6 out of 10. Red Sox have lost 3 in a row. They've lost 6 out of 10. In the Central, Detroit's red hot. They've won 3 straight, 8 out of 10. They lead Cleveland by 3.5. The Twins are the hottest team in baseball. They won 11 straight. They have cut it to 5 games now. They're on the move, coming up through the American League Central standings. They're now currently in 4th. They're only 5 games out. They've won 11 straight. In the American League West, Seattle, losers of 7 of 10. The Rangers have won 6 in a row. They've won 7 out of 10. They're only a half game out. A half game out of first place. They were in 4th place when Evan Carter got called up. So you can say it's all him if you want to. You can say it's the new hitting coach, Boone. You can say whatever. But they're getting it done, and it's been happening since Evan's been there. And I'm going to give him credit for it, or at least partial credit, because he's a vibrant, vivacious, go-get-him kind of guy. You know that if you've been around him here in Elizabethton. And so he just positivity just rubs off of this guy, Evan Carter, 21, 22 years old, and just nicest guy in the world. He comes back at home in the off season, goes up in the stands, watches basketball games, eats bag popcorn, he and his wife. You wouldn't, it's just one of us. Love it. Has not got above his raisin. In the National League, the Mets lead the Phillies by 2.5. Mets, the Phillies, and the Braves have all won 6 out of the last 10, so all 3 playing good baseball. In the Central, the Cubs, the Cardinals have won 9 out of 10. It's now a 1-game differential. Cubs only 1 game over the Cardinals. In the Central, our regional team, the Reds, have lost 7 out of 10. They're currently 4.5 out, but the Cubs lead the Cardinals only by 1 game. In the Central. In the West, the Dodgers have won 2 straight, 6 out of 10, and they lead the Padres, who just won't go away. I mean, the Dodgers have the best record in baseball, 29-15. They've used 11 different starting pitchers this year because their pitching staff has been just decimated by injuries. And so with that, the Padres you can't shake them. They won 2 in a row. They won 6 out of 10. They're only 1 game back in the West. So it's interesting. Good news out of Atlanta. Ronald Acuna Jr. says he's apologized to manager Brian Snitker and his teammates for accusing Snitker of a double standard when policing his players last month. Acuna, who's on a minor league rehab assignment, was with the team in Atlanta on Wednesday. And so I think you know the story by now. So he said, I made a mistake. I apologize to the team. Apologize to Brian Snitker. And Snitker, showing the class that he has, said, it's over. No more needs to be said. He's apologized. And that's the right way to look at it. If a man is a man, you walk in and say, I'm sorry. That should be the end of it. And he did. He apologized to his teammates. He apologized to his manager. And his manager said, over. Let's move on. And I appreciate that. Not going to let it linger. Because the media, they'll let it fester and they'll let it linger. That's how they operate. They can't let it go. They live off the juice. They love the juice, love the gossip. And so Snitker says, nip it, it's over. Hello, Quincy Cranford. That's a brand new name. Hello, Jeff and Gil Lyons, Tim Johnston, Paula and Carl Wilson. Thank you. Amy Whitson. Hello, dear. How you doing? I love her and her husband and her family. They're awesome. They're just great people. Esther Mason, Charlie Gauss. Let's see, who's this one? Kanan Ingram. Dave Prater, some new names. Linda Swatzel's not a new name. So thank you all. Matt Carpenter, St. Louis Cardinals, said, I'm done. He's retired. Carpenter played 59 games with the Cardinals last season, was not signed on in the free agent this past winter, so he said, you know what? I'm done. He played 14 years, batted .259, 179 home runs, 329 doubles. So 1,257 hits. So a silver slugger and a 3-time All-Star. Matt Carpenter says, I'm done. I'm going to the house. I'm done. So Jacob deGrom for the Rangers last night. deGrom throwing BBs. This guy's on it. He is, again, pitching excellent baseball, firing 8 shutout innings. Most starters don't go 8 innings anymore. They usually pull them after 4 or 5 because they have relief and the bullpen set up to go. This guy can go long term. This guy can go 2 or 3 innings. This guy can go 1 inning. So for deGrom to be allowed to go to 8 innings, again, it's the Silver Boot Series, what they call it, between Houston and Texas. And so he got him a good start, again, with, what do we say? Yeah, 7 innings of 1-run baseball. So, no, that was his first time out. Let me start over. That was back in 2014. Last night, the anniversary of his first start ever, 8 shutout innings against the Astros and a 1-0 victory. So, good night for Jacob deGrom, who's back. He's been injured a lot in his major league career. So he's back and obviously playing some really good baseball. Hey, tomorrow's the Preakness, the second running of the Triple Crown. The winner of the Kentucky Derby is not going to be in the Preakness tomorrow, so there will not be a Triple Crown winner this year. So Serenity is not going to be there. So Journalism is favored to get the job done. 8-5 favorite. Journalism was the name of the horse. Tomorrow for the Preakness at Pimlico, tomorrow afternoon. So Sandman is the 4-1 second choice in the field of 9. So the Preakness goes on without a true shot at a Triple Crown winner for a 5th time in 7 years. Justify was the last Triple Crown winner back in 2018. So the winner of the Kentucky Derby is not going to go. So your favorite is a horse, again, as we said, named Journalism. So we'll see. That's tomorrow in Maryland. All right. National Hockey League last night. Carolina 3-1 over Washington. Dallas, Winnipeg. Winnipeg blanks them 4-0 tonight. Toronto, the Maple Leafs skate in Florida against the Florida National Hockey League team for tomorrow. I'm sorry, for tonight. All right. College football. ACC says we're going to let you start having official team activities, much like the pros do. I'm telling you, college football is going to become already almost there, a minor league for the NFL. It's just the way it is. Coaches presented a NFL-style spring calendar during the ACC meetings on Tuesday. The proposal includes the addition of 6 official team activities, OTAs, to be conducted in the spring or early summer, with padless practices occurring as late as June. It's becoming year-round. NFL-styled official team activities were also a hot topic in January. So the new proposal gives them 21 days on the field with 15 traditional spring practices, which gives them more time on the field. So that is the proposal. It's not been voted in yet, but it looks like that's where it's headed. The coaches will decide next week, and the athletic directors, so to see if in fact that goes through with the ACC football coaches, which I would think if they're talking about it, more than likely I'm thinking you're going to see it. Denver Nuggets stay alive last night. They beat the Thunder 119-107 to force a Game 7 on Sunday in Oklahoma City. Hello, Annalise. Hello. So that's coming up again. The Nikola Jokic, 29 points, 14 boards, 8 assists. Got help from Christian Braun, 23 points. Julian Strother had 15 points. Going back to Oklahoma City for that 7th game. And so can they do it? We'll see. You have the Celtics and the Knicks tonight at Madison Square Garden. Can they stay alive? They being the Celtics. We'll see. They won the other night without Jason Tatum. That's tough, man. He blew out his Achilles tendon. Probably won't play next year. May not be back to 2027. May take him a year, every year to rehab. Tough, tough, tough. Very sad for Jason Tatum. Hate to see that for anybody. I don't care who it is. I don't care which team it is, whether you like him or not, to have an athlete that's a competitor get told you're not going to play for another year and a half. That's tough. So, unless he rehabs and comes back quicker than they think. All right, the 1:30 first pitch coming up in 5 minutes softball. Tennessee, the number 7 seed, in the country, taking on Miami of Ohio. North Carolina and Ohio State in the second game at 4 o'clock, 1:30 and 4 p.m. from Knoxville for the regional, the Knoxville regional. So, and they'll play double elimination. They'll finish things up on Sunday. So Tennessee plays Miami of Ohio coming up here in like 5 minutes from Knoxville. They got 16 regionals, and so we'll tell you all about those on Monday, who's doing what and how things went. So we'll go through that. All right, before we get out of here, Food City Friday. We covered everything. NASCAR racing this weekend and the All-Star race in Wilkesboro. They've got some activities tonight. Tomorrow they'll actually do the All-Star race on Sunday from North Wilkesboro. So Food City and all Food Cities. Kern's hot dog and hamburger buns. Buy one, get one free. Ooh. Terry's potato chips. Buy one, get one free till Tuesday. Craven flavor graham crackers or vanilla wafers. Buy a box, get a box. Limit 4 till Tuesday. Premium crackers. I just saw them come through with a buggy full of premium crackers. They're selling these crackers like wildfire here. Premium crackers, Ritz crackers. Buy one, get one free through Tuesday. Nature's Own white wheat bread or Thomas bagels. Buy one, get one free. Big slice chunk or Kraft shredded cheese. Buy one, get one free through Tuesday. Heinz ketchup or Ken's salad dressings. Buy one, get one free. Stouffer's entrees. Frozen selected varieties. Buy one, get one free through Tuesday. Limit 4. Also, you have Food City Premium Ice Cream Plus the Smucker's ice cream toppings and the ice cream cones are all buy one, get one free through Tuesday of next week. So there you go. I think he inadvertently took the Deals for Days sale paper that I had here. I don't see it. Yep, he inadvertently took it, but those are some of the sales going on. Let me jump in and get a couple more before we get out of here. This Food City, this is our landing spot every Friday. You have the Cubes, 24-pack, 12-ounce cans, $9.99, limit 2. Hello, Ashley Vaughn. How you doing? Tim Johnston, Chad Macy Odom, James Rollins. Thank you all. Kevin Payne, Keith Chambers, Casey Witt, Quincy Cranford said hello to you. Thank you all for watching the show. And let's see, $22.90 today's show, by the way, which is, I'm very proud of that. Out of the Bakery Deli, Long John's, $4.99, Bakery Fresh, 4 to a pack for $4.99. The full ham line of Dietz & Watson, 25% off through Tuesday. Come and get your ham sandwiches, sliced any thickness you want. Your Dietz & Watson ham, 25% off through Tuesday. You have the double layer half cakes for $8.99 through Tuesday. You have apple fritters for $4.99 through Tuesday. And if you like sushi, Food City Fresh Sushi, they got it on sale. Fresh sushi, I can't even say it. Fresh sushi. And then also out of the meat department, prime top sirloin steak, $7.99 a pound. That looks good on the grill. Wow, looks really good on the grill. And some fresh produce. They've got it right now at Food City. Over 153 stores, and these prices good at every store in the chain in 5 states. Here in Tennessee, home office in Virginia, Georgia, Alabama, and Kentucky, where they have Food Cities. The small fruit or veggie party trays for $9.99. You have sweet potatoes, 99 cents a pound. Green peppers, 99 cents. And the exotic fruit bowls, $4.99, going on right now at all Food Cities. So a lot of great savings. Go to the website at foodcity.com. Little Debbie snack cakes are $1.88, limit 4. They're right over. He just restocked them. Nutty Buddies, Swiss rolls, honey buns, oatmeal cream pies, cosmic brownies. I think I got most of them. They're all $1.88 right now. Limit 4 today and tomorrow. Okay, we're re-bringing you back, as we said, the graduation. Didn't do it last year. Bringing it back tonight. Elizabethton High School graduation at 7:25 tonight. Right now it's outdoors. We'll see if the weather holds up. If it doesn't, it'll go indoors. But we'll have both of those coming up. That'll be, not both of those, coming up at 7:25 tonight, the Elizabethton graduation on both Facebook and YouTube. Thanks to our guest today coming by talking, David Lyons from Brubman Sports Shop. Mark Feller coming talking about VBS, talking about Tennessee softball's getting ready to play right now against Miami of Ohio. They're starting up right now in Knoxville in the regional. And we also had Isaiah Harmon, the assistant store manager at Food City, talking to us. It was great. Appreciate that. Back with you on Monday. Have a great weekend. We'll wrap it up with the verse of the day. We always dedicate our show to the man hung on the cross. Unashamedly do that. And we will tell you right now, it is Psalms 105:4. Look to the Lord, seek his strength, seek his face always. We must never forget that God is with us. We need to pray that he allows us to see his closeness to us in our situations. What we're going through, what we're dealing with, he is with us. He is. Don't try and weather the storm alone. Row the boat and bail the water, but above all, let the Lord enter your sinking boat. It's a good way to end this show. And the verse is Psalms 105:4. Look to the Lord, seek his strength, and seek his face always. Hit that bell. Good way to end it. Thanks for watching show number 2290. Yep, I added it up. And 2 weeks from today, we'll be right back here with show number 2300. That's pretty cool. I'll be here on Monday, Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth with show number 2291. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here again on Monday. And again tonight, we are streaming at 7:25. We'll pick up in its entirety graduation 2025, the class of 2025 at Elizabethton High School, beginning at 7:25 tonight, streaming video and audio here on the Tom Daly Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Thanks for watching show number 2290 from Food City here in Elizabethton, where we say, as always, bloom where you're planted, and win or lose, be a good sport. And thanks for watching show number 20.